Today we'll be talking about the Faithful Sheriff once again.
Okay, that's kind of cute.
If you don't know, I've made a couple of videos on the Faithful Sheriff, at least one, I think. You can go check out the last one I made like 2 months ago. I think I actually fully explained the situation, and now this is going to be an update video. Since whenever I ended my last video, a lot happened for a little bit afterwards, and some more stuff happened more recently, and I wanted to do an update on him, as well as some other people very soon. There was some stuff that came out by the time this comes out, like over a week ago, that I did not know until like days after, basically a week till after it happened. So there's some interesting stuff coming up. If you like videos like these, make sure to like and subscribe as I do videos on lolcows, internet dramas, and more. I have also other videos as well. One more recently that talked about a very insane chat room. It was my most recent video from this one. And then there's also the Ivy Wolf video. But I also have some ongoing series. And this isn't one of them, but it will be in the like new lolcows and creeps section, or playlist I should say, that has some of these stragglers, because you can also look through the other more recent videos on my channel, or just go through those, or you can watch the series all in order. The videos are in order and everything else. Make sure you use YouTube's mobile only hype feature on this video, as that will help me out the most. I also have a Twitter if you want to follow me there. And with all that said,
let's go!
response to Burnt Peanut. The Faithful Sheriff actually took some digs at the Burnt Peanut over some jokes that he made, and here's that.
Well, hi everybody, it's the Faithful Sheriff, and I'm live right now on, that other peanut that doesn't talk about sodomy and doing it with other dudes' dads all the time. Yeah, instead, I ask people about Jesus. And we're going into Arc Raiders today. Yeah, so come on in and enjoy the show. Well, we won't be talking about sodomy. Anyways, you guys have a great day. Hope to see you in the chat. God bless and Godspeed.
Mainly, it can be seen as a joke, but it is the dude you are copying, so I don't really know what he was expecting. He also still does glazing in the peanut first bit.
Why can't there be two peanuts in existence? Why can't there be two? And you know what I think should happen? This is a brilliant idea. I hope the Burnt Peanut listens. I think that he should turn all his friends into peanuts. I think Hutch should be a peanut, Cloaksy should be a peanut, Gingy should be a peanut, Ninja should be a peanut, Drac should be a peanut. I think he should turn everybody into, I think they should all turn into peanuts and then just like troll the whole entire internet by them all becoming peanuts. That would be hilarious. Like when they all show up to stream and they're all peanuts, I mean, I should get paid for that idea. Honestly, I think that would be hilarious. I think it would troll the entire internet, and then everybody can't say, oh, Ninja's copying, oh, Hutch is copying, oh, Nick Merck should, everybody should just become peanuts. Just for like a day, or I don't know, for a week. I don't care. They should just have their own avatar, and one stream they should all be peanuts. It would be hilarious. That's my idea. Patent that and send it over to him.
The Faithful Sheriff also talks about the Burnt Peanut a bit on Twitter, whether calling him out for some reason, responding to people saying that he's a copycat, which he goes a little crazy or a little overboard on, and more. Let's go ahead and go over that stuff. You'll see what I mean in a second whenever I talk about going overboard. He tweets out saying, calling you out at the Burnt Peanut. If you don't care that there's another peanut in the world besides you, why am I banned from your Discord? I'm not banned in your Twitch stream, but my name is blocked in your chat, so everything I type doesn't go through. Your own manager reached out to me about the fake cease and desist letter, but hasn't shown me the kindness of reaching out for a follow-up, nor has responded to any other inquiries. So, from what it looks like, I didn't know about this until just reading. His manager, like the Burnt Peanut's manager, reached out, and I'm guessing the Faithful Sheriff has done multiple other follow-ups, asking, I'm guessing, for collabs or something else of the sort, and he's been left undelivered, essentially. I'm a well-known content creator, but that's all for the bad reasons. You know what I mean? Like, you're like, I'm well-known, but why are you well-known? Are you known and loved, or are you known and hated? You know what I mean? But you don't have the balls to let me on your Rust server. I've asked several times. Yeah, and you should probably take the hint that he's not going to let you on there, and for obvious reasons. It's just like, there's so much lack of self-awareness and situational awareness to where that's a big thing. That's also a big thing with him, is the lack of situational awareness and everything else regarding it. It's the deputies versus the bungalators. What are you afraid of? And then readers added context. He got community noted, which is a whole other conversation that we'll be having in this video. But it says readers added context they thought people might want to know. The Faithful Sheriff has taken on his newest persona by blatantly plagiarizing the Burnt Peanut for enhanced engagement. The Faithful Sheriff has had controversy regarding verbally harassing children while playing video games like Fortnite. See video essay tagged. I'm guessing it's not mine. I wish. Could you imagine? I would love that. Wait, I thought, now that I think about it, if you're like verified on Twitter, I don't know if you can do it if you're unverified, but you could do this on his videos. Basically say the exact same thing and then link my video. That is crazy to think about. That'd be such, like, huge, like, promotion. Gingy, a streamer we'll be talking a little bit about later, said, "Let me just get this straight to you. Peanut isn't butthurt. You are being a parasocial obsessed weirdo that can't take a freaking hint. I think it's time you go talk to a therapist because what you are doing isn't normal, dude. You need some serious help." And honestly, yes, this is very much parasocial. Like, imagine a dude copying your whole shtick, but he already has a terrible reputation, and then is going on to, like, multiple times message you, copy you even more, and then gets a hold of your manager because he reaches out first, and, you know, goes crazy. The Faithful Sheriff says, "Let me get this straight. A guy goes on a podcast and roleplays as a peanut and continues to roleplay as a peanut, but I'm the one with a problem when I make up a storyline about how said character turned me into a peanut for calling his friend boring, then creating content based on that storyline. But hey, I'm the one that needs to seek therapy, but not the guy that originally wanted to cosplay as a peanut and call people racist for saying he has no arms or legs. Obviously, it's all a bit, but when someone else brings up the bit based on that other fiction, it's a problem." Yeah, Gingy, right. And it would be different if he was just, you know, if it made sense, if he was an entertaining person, but he's very much controversial, so he's not going to get away with trying to be creative with a storyline or anything of the sort. And also the constant trying to reach out, the constant non-engagement from the Burnt Peanut, you know what I mean? Basically not giving into, you know, the Faithful Sheriff's actions. It's very much like, hey, here's the hint, you need to for sure take it. It gets to a point where you're like, I don't know if this dude's actually delusional or not. The Faithful Sheriff then adds another tweet saying, "Wow, look at all these anime Fox VTubers. They all gotta be copycats, right? Question mark." And this had no context to it. There was no, like, quote tweet. So he kind of just looked a little strange here, but it's like a 50-second, maybe a minute-long video of him scrolling down a bunch of VTubers. This isn't applicable anyway. None of these people are trying to direct copy each other. There might be some in this situation. I don't know. I don't watch these people. And then there's that drama. If anyone else does this, if anyone else is trying to copy another creator bluntly, like the Faithful Sheriff is, then of course there's going to be controversy. There's going to be issues with it. This is one of the bigger tweets that will be shown, and it's actually insane. He does this not only once. It is a long tweet, and it says, "This is the last time I'm speaking about the Burnt Peanut, quote, copying allegations. This is a great example of someone legit copying someone else. This person is taking my exact background, my exact point, my VTuber avatar. Also, for context, I'll show the original picture. It's some girl who made or some just Twitter account in general, that made a profile called The Faithful Emmy. And it's a peanut girl character with, like, fox ears, right? But he uses this person as an example. To go on, my exact font, my VTuber avatar plugging into AI and making a version of herself. This is copying. I've never taken any of the Burnt Peanut art, graphics, music, name fonts, and have done nothing with them ever. But you're still copying his mannerisms. He actually admits this as well in this video, you'll see later. He admits to, like, copying a lot of stuff. He copies the lingo. He still overly talks about him whenever it's obvious that he really shouldn't be. You know what I'm saying? Like, he admits it. He admits that he has heavy inspiration from it. You're also copying the base of the character, which is the peanut. I went out of my way to buy a completely different peanut 3D avatar with different cloths and a mustache, specifically so people could tell us apart and I wouldn't be copying him. You know, originally he didn't have a mustache for him, though. I think he actually tried to copy his voice a bit more. it originally. I stay in the same outfit all the time to be purposefully recognizable as someone different. My name does not have peanut in it even. I played a completely different game than the Burnt Peanut did. Fortnite, I tell people about the Bible, which he does not, obviously. In the beginning of me being a peanut, I did, however, say some of the same things he did and use some of the same mannerisms as he did, because in the fiction storyline I made up, it was a part of the, quote, side effects of being turned into a bungalator. The grown man. What am I reading? I have since moved on past that because I felt like it was a little too much and could 100% be seen as copying. He admits it too. He admits that he was copying him and he still does it now. It's not exactly really, like, he was doing this not too long ago. He uses the same vocabulary still, you know what I mean? So he hasn't exactly stopped, and at least he did admit that he was copying a bit heavier back then, but now isn't. At Gingy is also 100% wrong saying I'm, quote, obsessed. Though I am a fan of the Peanut, I do not have a lot of wash hours. I have no Peanut merchandise, no posters, no pics, no nothing. I do not even have the desire to purchase any Peanut merchandise. I'm not even subscribed to his Twitch channel. I have also only DM'd him maybe twice, 3 times at most, and it was regarding my made-up storyline, asking him if he would like to see release me of my Peanut bonds, and I would go back to being DrWitnesser, which case he never responded. I think the 3rd time I DM'd him was about joining his Rust server. I also gave him you also don't talk about the DMing of his manager and stuff like that in this, but I also gave him every chance multiple weeks in a row to respond to videos, and that got millions of views, by the way, and if he responded to them, I would stop being a peanut. He never responded. He had every opportunity to voice his opinion about another peanut being out there, and whether or not he didn't mind, and never did so. I took that as a sign that he did not care, and I would still continue to be a peanut. He does not own the right to being a peanut. Of course he would say that. I feel like we'll get more into this in just... I feel like he would say this either way. I feel like even if the Burnt Peanut said something to him, he probably wouldn't listen. I feel like he would still be doing this. But then he'd be like, the Burnt Peanut hates Christians, guys. The Burnt Peanut's a Satanist. He's a demon. You know what I mean? He'd be saying stuff like that. He'd also be like, I have every right to be a peanut. You can't stop me, bro. Who are you? It was kind of a part of the storyline in the beginning, but we'll never know his true reaction. To go on, he says, he does not even have the right to being a peanut. In fact, you could say he is copying Mr. Peanut, a well-known peanut brand name of actual peanuts. No one accuses him of doing that. Gee, I wonder why. Because it's silly, that's why. This is 2 different situations. You're talking about a mascot of a peanut brand, like the actual food, and not a streamer copying another streamer. I don't understand this concept, because those are 2 very much separate things. Whenever you both admitted to being a fan of him, having heavy influence from him, and copying him, and you copied his base character model. Even if it's not a one-on-one replica, you still are a peanut. I became a peanut on a whim, and thought it would be fun. I kept being a peanut because I was enjoying myself. I've changed my name completely to, quote, the Faithful Sheriff, to even get away from the allegations that I was, quote, copying a certain someone else simply for having the title Doctor in my name. You can't say DrDisrespect. I think that's very obvious. We'll get more into that later as well. Today, I have a completely different avatar that's a full-on anime VTuber now to further distance myself from, quote, copying allegations of the Burnt Peanut. No matter what font the peanut is in, you're still copying him. You still are being a peanut, and you still are using the mannerisms and everything. The only leg haters have to stand on is simply that I'm a peanut. That's it. That's the only, quote, copying allegations you have. So what? So what if there's another peanut out there? Are you that actually afraid or worried I'll take viewership from the other peanut? I'm a completely different person. Different personality, different everything. From this point on, I'm not addressing or commenting on or talking about anything to do with the Burnt Peanut or how I'm a, quote, copy. Just keep that in mind. I know it's just a hit campaign because y'all are butthurt that someone else is a peanut now. It's actually pathetic. I'll actually pray for all of you that get the literal hate out of your heart and actually be happy for once. God bless and Godspeed. And then there was a community note. And this community note is, again, another context, viewers might want to know thing, saying the Faithful Sheriff downplays copying allegations to only sharing a peanut shape, but admits to adopting the Burnt Peanut's, quote, bungalator lore and mannerisms. Examples saying, quote, oh dingle, for his initial PTuber Persona, my bad. What? Oh, I'm not Pyro, bro, I swear. Which his bio still lists. Exactly, so it's just like, he basically lies here, and he's not telling the truth. He is lying. He's being a hypocrite and lying. And keep in mind, he said he was done talking about the burnt peanut, right? He makes another tweet last month saying, I'm pretty sure I would destroy the burnt peanut in League of Legends. I have many hours in League of Draven. Of course, DrChudmaster is a literal League of Legends player. That explains a lot. He actually ends up playing League of Legends on stream. This whole situation gets even more interesting, as I talked about, or as he talked about, I should say, in his tweet. He actually ends up getting banned, basically, from the Burnt Peanut's chat. First, I'm going to read out the tweet and then show you the clip. It says, the Burnt Peanut has responded to me. I actually teared up making this video. You, a grown man with a wife and child, teared up because the Burnt Peanut banned you from his chat. The man that inspired me to become a better streamer, better entertainer, and most importantly to have fun and never give up, banned me from his Twitch chat. I get it, I do. But why does it have to be that way? Why can't we all just be friends and have fun and have a good laugh? Content creator to content creator, peanut to peanut. Why couldn't we just get together and talk about it? I'm going to continue to be me and do my thing. I'm not going to stop, and I'm not going to let all that hate get to me. I'll still continue to watch him because he is truly an entertaining and funny watch, and every streamer needs to take notes on what it means to be an entertainer from that man. It says, readers added context, another community note, which we'll get more into later. It says, the streamer TheFaithfulSheriff is lying. His entire persona is copying other streamers. He used to go by the name of DrWitnesser and is also a racist after openly saying slurs on stream. And shows a Instagram reel of him ripping the N-word, you know what I mean? Ripping the gamer words. But yes, like, DrWitnesser has spent his entire time copying someone. Copying mannerisms, copying something from someone. He's never really been truly original other than his Bible stuff. Also, sometimes silence says a lot. But here's the clip.
I got some interesting news. Did you know the Burnt Peanut actually responded to me over the weekend? You guys wouldn't know that. But the Burnt Peanut actually responded to me. It wasn't anything special. So I was watching his stream, and every time I try to talk in his stream, I always get the message back that says, your message has a problem with this channel's moderation settings. And I'm like, wow, everything I say comes back like that. Everything. So I went into his stream and I said, hello. Message pops up, your comment was not posted. Has a problem with this channel's moderation settings. So I put 2 and 2 together and guessed that the mods actually blocked my name. The Faithful Sheriff is blocked in his stream. You cannot say the Faithful Sheriff in his stream, therefore my name, like anything I say, is blocked because it would pop up in the chat and my name is blocked. Okay. So then coming to that realization, I said, goofy mods, or mods are so goofy blocking me, like blocking my name. I typed that in the chat and he's got like 30,000 people watching him, right? I didn't think he would see that. But lo and behold, he looks at the chat and reads what I said back. Mods are goofy for blocking me. And then he literally says that out loud. And then I said, LOL, I'm sorry. I'm like, wow, nope. You could see my message. I thought my messages were blocked. That's what I said. I was like, I thought my messages were blocked. I'm sorry. My bad. And then he goes, no, your messages are blocked. I'm the only one that can see what you're saying. So then I'm like, oh, and then I go, so I guess this means I can't join the Rust server. And then shortly, like 10 seconds after I say that, he bans me from the chat. Okay, there we go.
LOL mods, you're so goofy for blocking me. Goofy mods. Goofy odd jit mods.
Goofy mods. Goofy mods.
Mods are some goofy odds. Type shit.
Okay.
Those mods are some goofy odd jits.
So at this point, I'm like, oh, he read what I wrote. I thought nobody could see what I type. I was like, it's not a conspiracy. I'm not blocked. I'm like, oh, okay. So I was like, oh, cool. Sorry, I didn't know you could see what I said. That's what I typed.
Goofy mods. Goofy There's some goofy mods, Jid. Dead ass. No, only I can see what you're saying. You are blocked. That is true. You are blocked, sir. Only I can see what you're saying.
So then right after, I'm typing, oh, so does this mean I can't join the, does this mean I can't join the server? And then right now he's like blocking me. He's banning me from the chat. Like he's right after that I got banned. I was surprised that he responded. He never, you know, but I'm just more annoyed that he banned me from his chat. Okay, I'm just kind of annoyed at that. I get that there's a whole community out there that is like, oh, you stole his idea and you're a peanut, blah, blah, blah. I don't really care that you guys think that. I've expressed this numerous times that I'm just having some fun being a peanut, and I didn't want to go back because I was having a good time. So I'm kind of annoyed that he's that butthurt. And he banned me from his chat instead of being like, oh, hey, it's the other peanut. What's up? You know, like, you know what I mean? Like, he could have been that. He could have been cool like that. But no, he's like sourdough. You know, it's sour peanut dough. Because I just think it's silly and petty. It's like, bro, I'm a content creator. You're a content creator. I came up with a silly story, you know, based on your peanut lore. So what? People find it funny. A lot of people don't care, but you and your friends are like, evil peanut, evil faithful sheriff. Oh, he talked to kids in Fortnite. He's evil. Ooh, like, it's just silly. It's petty to me. I don't understand why we all can't be friends.
The laughs feel like they're fake, and he seems to be like a really big fanboy over someone that I feel like, I don't know, I just don't really think any big streamer right now. Maybe TheBurntPeanut's entertaining, I don't know. I feel like maybe 1% of my viewership actually watches TheBurntPeanut. And if you all do, y'all can let me know. I've only seen clips online. It is very interesting that TheBurntPeanut technically responded to the Faithful Sheriff and ended up banning him from his Twitch chat, already blocking his name, but then going even further to ban him from the Twitch chat. He actually had him in the Shadow Realm, as iDubbbz called it, or whatever, where you can message on there, you can send like stuff into the chat, but only he can read it. Which is a weird system on Twitch, but it's okay, I guess. Defending DrDisrespect. Speaking of being a fanboy, he defends DrDisrespect again in an over 7-minute long video he posted on Twitter and probably elsewhere. And here is that. In the tweet, he says this: "This is the last time. @DrDisrespect is not a pred. Also, if you're going to call me a pred just for talking to kids in video games, then you have to call Ninja, Tim the Tatman, Cypher PK, Symphony, Nick Ed30, Typical Gamer, Courage JD, all preds as well, because every single one of them has talked to kids, and some inappropriately in Fortnite before." And here's the video.
Someone DM'd me, it's like, with all due respect, I think DrDisrespect was talking to somebody he knew was... Here's the thing, guys. Someone claimed that he knew who he was talking to. Someone claimed that. I don't think that was verified by DrDisrespect himself. DrDisrespect, for some stupid reason, put the word in the apology tweet and then took it out. Okay? I don't know why. He claims he was messing with people. I don't know. But let me be clear. It is not okay to whisper explicit way on any platform, anywhere, ever. It is against California law to do that to... And if he did do that, which these outside sources, this ex-Twitch employee claims he did, he would have been arrested and charged with a crime, because the DMs were supposedly given over to some child endangerment agency, law enforcement. They investigated said whispers and found no breakage of the law, nothing wrong. Okay, evidently the messages were in an inappropriate manner, and they were probably banter, joking around stuff. That's what he said they were. He said they were joking around banter that some could see as being inappropriate. So that's what we know. We know someone outside of Twitch that is now, because they're outside of Twitch because they were fired, says that he knew he was talking to someone. DrDisrespect never claimed that he knew at the time that, but even if they were, it wasn't of the nature that some people are claiming that it was. Okay? But let me be clear. If he knew they were and he was talking to them in the explicit manner, of course that's wrong. But I also don't believe in calling somebody just because they make one stupid, dumb mistake, okay, of if they did do that. They would have to have a consistent record and consistently going after people have said, you know, you do it once, you're an idiot. You do it twice, okay, now there's a problem, okay? You do it 3 times, all right, now you're, you know what I'm saying? In my book. Because if we go by this, then that means anybody who is like 20 years old and they're dating, or even 19 years old and they're dating, according to your guys' definition, would be considered a or because they're, even though they're only 2 years apart, one's a legal adult and one's a. So in your guys's, based on how you guys are treating this whole situation, that's how you would see anybody over the age of 18 interacting with anybody in an inappropriate manner. That's, even if they're 18, 19, or 20, they're an adult, the other person. So in your eyes, oh, they're a pedo, they're a predator. Like that, you know how that sounds really stupid and ignorant. And I think we should use our brain, okay? That's why I had the stance of not calling DrDisrespect a pedo, because one, we know that the messages were not in quote unquote, according to a Twitch employee, because they were investigated and law enforcement did nothing, okay? And it's against the law to do that if you do that with a, okay? So law enforcement didn't do anything, which means what the Twitch employee claims happened didn't happen, okay? So according to everything, what we know, it was just playful, joking banter about something else that could be seen as being inappropriate. Because of this conclusion, I'm not going to sit here and hop on the bandwagon. And I think anybody who does is, as I said before, being dishonest and disingenuous. That's my stance. Should someone definitely who's over 18 or my age or 30, doesn't matter, should they be talking to privately in Twitch whispers about borderline inappropriate stuff? No. And I think anybody who, so obviously that's wrong, right? And this is the last time I'm going to talk about the DrDisrespect situation, because I'm so sick of being asked about it. Just like people are calling me just for talking to kids in a video game, just for talking to them. They say I see kids out and then I'm up just for talking to them, even though I've never talked to them in a way or an inappropriate way ever. I'm just talking to them about Jesus, something good and wholesome. But apparently in their mind, talking to any kid online in a game is inappropriate, which I think is completely stupid. Because like I said, like other people have pointed out, Cypher PK has talked to kids, Nick A30 has talked to kids, Ninja has talked to kids, Courage JD has talked to kids, Tim the Tatman has talked to kids in Fortnite. They all have talked to kids in Fortnite. And none of you guys are going after them and calling them. It's solely typical gamer. There you go. Talks to kids. It's solely the reason why you are after my balls so much is because I'm mentioning Jesus to these people. That's the sole reason. That's the only reason you're mad about it. And it's because these demons are possessing, coming up into these people and saying, attack this man for telling these kids about Jesus on my platform. That's the only reason. That's the only reason. And I'm not backing down because I don't give up just because some online trolls are throwing a hissy fit about me telling kids about Jesus. But that's literally the only reason why they're coming after me. Literally the only reason. It's your approach to how you do it. No, you're wrong. You're an idiot. It's not. It's not my approach. It's not how I do it. You're a moron. If you read your Bible, you would know that the disciples went at people. They didn't wait for people to come to them. They went to the people to tell them about Jesus. And there's nothing wrong with doing that. There's nothing. You can sit here and watch me stream for 3 hours and literally talk to kids like, hey, how you doing? Oh, you're in school? Cool. What do you want to do when you grow up? Oh, that's neat. Hey, do you believe in Jesus? Yeah. Oh, cool. There's nothing wrong with how I approach people at all and talking to them about Jesus. There's literally nothing wrong with it. You can spew that bullcrap Team O Picks, whatever the heck your name is, all you want and say it's how I do it. It's my approach. You're stupid and you're wrong and you're a moron. It's not my approach. That's just the excuse you're using because you're filled with hate and evil in your heart. That's why. That's why. It's not how I do it. It's you're hateful and you're evil. Period.
Over time, due to how corrupt the world seems, I feel like the DrDisrespect situation assumptions are harder to decline, especially with DrDisrespect's reactions to, the allegations, and to following up on it all the time, or whenever he used to follow up on it at least, it just didn't look good ever. The truth is, we will never know the truth behind any of this, due to any of the information getting out being a contract breach. But at the same time, I believe you can have a contract breach if a law is broken. But at the same time, sometimes the laws can be bent in ways, and sometimes in people's favor. And it kind of sucks because everyone has to go off of what they feel or think, and at times there's even a more popular opinion, rather than just the straight facts. Response to racism allegations. He responded to the racism allegations, as those are a huge one against him due to him saying the N-word. This section also gets a little crazy, and let's go ahead and get into it. There's multiple tweets saying, "Don't know why people auto-label people for simply just speaking a word or typing it out makes you racist," which is literally the dumbest kind of logic around. But I've apologized multiple times for saying the quote N-word and typing it out. Wasn't directed towards anyone, just simply talking about when and why someone would use them. Grow up, you people. I'm kidding, he did not say that. Grow up, people. And then it shows a Robert Downey Jr. gif from Tropic Thunder. And then this one gets community noted. The streamer claims to apologize multiple times for using the N-word, but publicly apologized only once, and doubled down saying, quote, "I typed it, so what?" That is also true. I don't know why he would even apologize. I feel like he's basically taken it back or didn't really truly mean his apology, though, at the same time. Especially with everyone that's watching these videos and knowing about DrWitnesser, kind of knows about how he is. He quote tweets it saying, "It's totally crazy that people don't see what I'm doing. They don't see what I'm pointing out. The hypocrites everywhere online. The way the world is acting right now. Calling it out in subtle ways and making fun of the actual brain-dead way a lot of people are thinking today. Trolling the trolls. People call me racist for simply typing a word, which is bat poop crazy. It goes viral. The next day, I put a going live tweet out saying, quote, N-word will be dropping a lot in today's stream. They fail to read the rest of the tweet, not realizing I'm streaming with a real hood N-word from New York. His words, not mine, who says the N-word every other word because that's his culture. I don't know if he was doing a collab stream with anyone. Why people proceed to retweet what I said, not realizing that they are giving me and him millions of views, which would result in more people hearing the gospel in the long run. I'm one step ahead of all of you. The problem is that the faithful sheriff is, of course, trying to spread the word, but has been a terrible example of a Christian. It just does not work. He is so far gone down the route of being hated that even in times where you could give him a little bit of grace, most people will not. At times where, people would be like, oh, maybe this is a little funny, give him a benefit of the doubt, they won't take it. He's a bad example of Christianity and needs to truly be off every single platform. It's basically a point where his reputation is so broken that there is no coming back. Let's clear up some myths. Had to repost because people reported the original. Myth 1. Myth 1. I'm a racist. Are there videos of me saying the N-word with an A and the N-word with a hard R? He actually typed these out in the original one. Yes. Did I say them to any individual person, or were they directed to any people? No. Simply typing the word does not make you a racist either, by the way. It doesn't mean you verbally said it. One instance, I typed it out on Instagram because I think it is silly and stupid that people are afraid to merely type a word out. Another instance, I asked someone in a game to stop calling me it, with the A. Another instance is a widely circulated clip of me saying the hard R because I was talking about when someone would be able to say that word if they were a teacher or talking about the word in a historical sense. about when it was used, how it was used, or reading literature in a book that contains the word. Typing a word does not make you racist. Simply saying a word does not make you racist. Intent and context matters. I am not a racist. Do I regret saying the words? Only in the sense that the internet, mainly my generation and younger, are complete idiots and think that simply typing and saying the word automatically means you're a racist. Complete stupidity. I have never used these words toward a black individual or any individual for that matter. I think that's true. There are lies and liars everywhere on the internet saying I say racial slurs all the time on stream, which is completely dog dodo. He didn't say doo-doo here. Why is there also like a space in some of these? There's like a space before. I guess he typed out a sentence, like this is supposed to be like a sentence added onto the paragraph. Now that I'm making this video, I kind of realized that he might have actually been using AI here, because AI will sometimes use like certain things like emojis, indentions, and stuff like that. And he might have just copy and pasted it simply from AI or ChatGPT or Grok, whatever, because he uses it a lot, and you'll see it more in this video. And I don't know, it's just something to kind of think about now. I feel like probably he was using his notes app on his phone, and then instead of just adding it to the end of a paragraph, he made it try to be a little bit more easy to read, a little bit more cleaner to read by just, you know, making the sentence that he would originally put with that paragraph into a sentence of its own. So, I mean, there's two ways you can think about it there. Either way, why would Twitch have a partnered someone if that was true? You think they did not investigate? Can we use our brain, people? I also have not said the words since then and never plan to in the future, even in an educational basis. I know you idiots are going to say, quote, "You just did, you typed it out, lol." This is not for those idiots. This is for the people who listen to reason and are not complete morons. I am not a racist. I am truly sorry if I've offended anyone from the black community in which the context I have said these words in. All you white people that are offended, I don't care. Myth number 2. I commissioned X-rated art from SuperMega. Bro, I love this thing so much, bro. I love that whole saga. I did not and have not and will never commission a X-rated image of my genitals from SuperMega. They are lying. I never DM'd them asking them to do so. They are lying. I did not send them a cease and desist letter. They are lying. Because of the insane scope of harassment I've received because of this lie, I will be taking... No way. What? I will be taking legal action against SuperMega when I get the funds to do so. I've already talked to a lawyer and received consultation regarding the matter, and I've also talked to the police. I've reported them to the Internet Crimes Division. This is a very big cornball move. I did not expect this at all. I was really shocked whenever I originally read this, which was, you know, of course, just now. Because, why? Why in the world are you gonna... I'm glad he doesn't have the funds, and I hope that he never gets those funds to do so, because this is a complete waste of time and money. And I don't know if SuperMega ever responded, but it's kind of insane that you can't joke on the internet regarding him. Am I next? Is this gonna be the... I hope he never gets the funds to do so, right? Regarding his Twitch numbers and everything else, I don't think he ever really will. Lawyers are very much expensive, and to go through a whole legal process over this seems very much ridiculous. He deserves to be rebanned online over just this alone. False reports like this are wasting police time, wasting money, and wasting, of course, the mental damage and emotional damage towards SuperMega over this is absolutely insane. The tweet from SuperMega talking about the cease and desist says, "Something came in the mail, saying, notice to cease and desist. Edward J. Henning, aka the Faithful Sheriff. Response, publication of defamatory material with respect to a penis. Dear SuperMega Productions, Inc., I, Edward Henning, also known as, quote, the Faithful Sheriff, hereby provide formal notice that I have become aware of certain statements and materials published which contain content that could be harmful to my, quote, Christian peanut brand image, including a photograph of my penis. Said published materials include, but are not limited to, the following. 1. A image of my original peanut character, quote, the Faithful Sheriff, onto which an image of my penis has been digitally superimposed. 2. A screenshot of direct messages showing myself requesting a creation of aforementioned meme as well as a photo of my real penis I transmitted to you. These messages were private and not intended for public dissemination. However, their unauthorized disclosure has led to a widespread public awareness that the penis depicted on my peanut character is in fact my own. At no time did I intend for my image of my penis to be publicly connected to me. Rather, it was intended to be presented in an anonymously sourced penis for the purpose of a meme. Through the original peanut creation, quote, the faithful sheriff, I portray the character of an arrogant and self-righteous, quote, fire and brimstone Christian, specifically Seventh-day Adventist, for branding purposes, bro. Your publications have undermined my carefully crafted Christian brand image, as no true man of the Lord nor any man convincingly portraying one would ever request such a quote meme involving his own penis. If you do not immediately cease all peanut related and penis related statements, I command the courts to to strike you with a defamation lawsuit. I'm trying to get through this, bro. This matter is not to be taken lightly, as defamation is widely recognized as one of the most straightforward and easily proven claims in civil court, especially when it's presented as satire. Sincerely, Edward J. Henning, aka the Faithful Sheriff. And this can, that last statement can go both ways, if this was true. SuperMega also responds saying, please confirm if you received the response from our legal representation in regards to your cease and desist. They're under the impression that you are purposefully ignoring them, and they've told us that they, quote, don't intend to wait around, which is low-key insane. And, I thought that was cool, but I don't think anything else really came from this, sadly. But this was quite hilarious to read, and some of this does seem like something that he would say. Myth number 3, I made a Rust server because the Burnt Peanut did. I did not make a Rust server because the Burnt Peanut did. I was watching Peanut Wasteland stream since the beginning, and my fans and myself wanted me to try out Rust. I played Rust 1 stream on public servers, but kept getting stream sniped no matter what server I was on. I still wanted to try Rust out. You didn't capitalize it then. So I bought my own server so I can try it out without being stream sniped, but obviously being on a server by yourself is boring, so I decided to advertise it to open it up to more people. This was the only reason why I made my own server. It was not to copy the Burnt Peanut. Myth number 4, my VTuber model is AI. My VTuber model is not AI. I paid an artist and she came up with the original art. I talked to the artist and we were originally not going to release the authorship on X because of the large group of haters. After release, I felt bad that I couldn't tell anyone who made it. I asked her again if I could release it and she said she didn't have a problem with trolls. So I briefly released on X who made the art, but shortly after she asked me to take it down because she'd never seen such extreme trolling in her life and she was scared for her safety. Myth number 5, inappropriate Discord polls. I have not and will not ever I remember what he's talking about now. Took me a second. I have not and will never conduct inappropriate Discord polls asking X-rated questions or anything of that nature. There are pictures of this going around online that are completely fabricated and false. Myth number 6, I purposely target kids in games. I've not ever went into any game specifically to target kids to tell them about the Bible. I've stated many times I queue up to random squads and it does not matter what age. I will tell everyone the gospel. There are a few quote going live posts where I posted saying hunting down kids in Fortnite to tell them about Jesus, to troll the people saying that I specifically go after kids. It was a joke and I did not literally do that. Fortnite is known for having a higher kid population than other games, but it is a known fact that all age groups play Fortnite. The only reason why I still played Fortnite is because my income relied on it. Now my income does not rely on me playing Fortnite. Does not rely on me playing Fortnite anymore, so I will likely never be playing Fortnite ever again. This is also a lie because I think he went right back to Fortnite. Myth number 7, I'm a pred. I am not a pred, and talking to kids online does not make you one. There are some seriously sick individuals out there that are calling me a pred and say that I want to frick kids, which is just satanic and absolutely vile. The allegations of you doing this, or the action themselves, it should have been more specified right there. I'm not attracted to kids and never been, and I will never be. Telling kids in any online gaming format about Jesus does not make you a groomer or a pred. Grooming might be a different situation, but their parents gave them permission to talk to whomever is online the moment they entered voice chat. When they're in my voice chat, they are in Sabbath school, Sunday school for most of you. So, interesting way to put it. Myth number 8, I am copying the burnt peanut. I thought he stopped replying to this, bro. He might have made, I can't remember what date these posts were. This one is complicated. Did I have intent to full-on copy the burnt peanut entirely? No. I came up with this storyline about being turned into a bungalater because I called Gingy boring. It was only supposed to be for a day or two. I was having so much fun with the avatar that I decided to stay as a peanut. Part of the side effects of being turned into a quote bungalater was that I would take on some of his mannerisms. That was a mistake, as it was seen widely as me outright copying him. I still say quote goop because many streamers have adapted that phrase again, and he is not the one who invented that term in the first place. It came from RuneScape. I will still say quote oh dingle because I typically do not swear. I find it as a funny placeholder for swear words. I've not seen the controversy that me being a peanut has caused, and I have decided to change my model as a result. I will no longer be a peanut in the coming months. For all those who may have felt hurt as a result of this, I truly am sorry. I thought it was good, fun idea at first, but obviously is not well received. Myth number 9, I copied DrDisrespect. Back in the COVID days when I had an idea of coming back to streaming after I came to the Lord, what was he doing before then? I wanted to stream while doing something for the Lord. I wanted my name to have something to do with what I would be doing in games, which would be quote witnessing. Doing research on other streamers, I noticed that Ninja, Tim the Tatman, and other streamers didn't have extra characters in their names. They were just that name. I wanted my name to have some professionalism to it. I tried every variation of witness and witnesser, but they all were taken on multiple platforms. The only one that wasn't taken anywhere was DrWitnesser. At the time, I was definitely watching DrDisrespect and I really liked his setup, so I was planning on modeling my streaming setup after his. In that sense, I was inspired by him. And at first I copied his screen behind him, but quickly realized that that was wrong and adapted my own stylized version of that setup. I knew some people might think I'd be copying if I had the name Doctor in my name, but I never thought I would blow up like I did. I capped out at 1,300 viewers in one stream. I never talked to him or acted like him. I did not copy and was not copying DrDisrespect. Actually, he has. So I called it out in my first video. He's copied DrDisrespect in ways like his mannerisms. The only way that you can say I was copying him was with my stream elements and how they looked. I drove a truck, he drove a Lambo. I was black and orange, he was black and red. I was really the anti-DrDisrespect. Going forward, after my rebrand, I took the original name that I came up with all by myself. I thank the Lord that's not capitalized. That quote, the faithful sheriff, just popped up in my head, and it's a compete and not complete original name and is relevant to what I do. I've commissioned a new avatar that no one will be able to accuse me that I'm copying anyone anymore. Original name, original model. This will be me from now on until I retire from streaming. If you read all this, then you care about the truth and what happened. I will not be speaking about these topics again, as I believe that I've laid it all out today in this post. God bless and Godspeed. Yes, the image below is an AI image. I loaded my VTuber model, which is not AI, into ChatGPT to come up with the picture for the post. You're going to see this a lot. A lot of his stuff is AI. Like, a lot of his Twitter posts that have media in them are all, like, they all have the made with AI sticker on them, which is good that Twitter has that. It's kind of corny. There's no effort to have an original artist or just anything at all other than possibly his VTuber model, which is debatable considering how it looks. This was also community noted, saying, Myth 1, Sheriff continues to say racial slurs even in the post itself. Multiple instances of being racist on stream or encourage a young child to join ICE. It shows like reference clips there. Myth 2, despite Sheriff claiming he did not send SuperMega a cease and desist, SuperMega claims otherwise. Someone showed that they put it through an AI generator and said that 66% of it was AI generated text, and I could see how in ways it would be seen as that. Response, pred allegations. Several times response to being called a pred, First, there's only one tweet to go over, and the rest are videos. But here's the tweet. Sure, let's just call anyone who talks to kids in Fortnite a pred. Realize there is nothing illegal or creepy about that, right? I mean, Ninja, Courage JD, Tim the Tatman, all have said vile things to kids in Fortnite before, and none of y'all complained then. I asked a kid about Jesus, and you all draw the line there. Pretty pathetic if you ask me. Let's bully, make fun of, and curse at a kid in Fortnite and all laugh, but don't you dare tell them God loves them, or teach them that lying is wrong, or any other good moral value from the Word of God. All of you claiming that I'm a pred for doing that are literally sick, moral degenerates that are the reason why society is the way it is. Seek help. Honestly feels like y'all are projecting. The video before I show it here is literally nearly 9 minutes long, and before I show it, it says this. There's a massive effort on X and across the internet right now to paint me as a pred, even though there are no allegations against me and never will be. I'm guessing he means like from a parent or kid or whatever. This is something that many Christians who preach the truth in Satan's world will have to deal with. You know you're preaching to the right crowd when Satan goes after you this hard. This video debunks the screenshots going around of people pretending to be me on Discord posting vile things. And here's that video.
Okay, I didn't think I'd have to make this kind of video, but apparently a lot of people are big morons on Twitter, on the Twitterverse, on the Xverse. People are idiots, like real big idiots. Or perhaps they don't know how Discord works. And maybe that's it. Maybe they just don't know how Discord works. And they're just like believing everything everybody says on X. You know how X is. It's a cesspool of demons. But I do feel like I have to debunk this and show people why this isn't me. Someone posted this on Twitter. I recently opened up a Discord server, which, by the way, is closed to subscribers only now. It was open to the public, at least one section of it was, and it was age restricted, but occasionally people would get in there and say, oh, I think they just was trying to set me up, honestly. But anyways, that's closed and it's subscriber only, and they're still age restricted and all that. Bottom line is they're trying to paint me out to be a, and obviously I'm not one. They say because I talk to kids on Fortnite, or I'm targeting kids, or I'm purposely going after kids, which is all 100% BS and not true. I don't target kids. I don't go after kids. It's just, I play random fills, and sometimes I talk to adults, sometimes I talk to kids, sometimes I talk to teens, sometimes I talk to grandmas. I talk to everybody, and I ask everybody if they believe in Jesus. I'm no respecter of persons. Everybody gets to hear the word. But they think just because there's one video or a couple videos of me talking to kids, oh, I must be a... Which, honestly, it's just Satan trying to besmirch my image and my brand, and they do what they do. They pile everything on top of you. I'm not attracted to people under 18 or kiddos. I like big butts, and I cannot lie, and I like big boobies, and I like older women. Yeah, that's my preference. I didn't really even have to say that to you, but apparently y'all think I'm... Not everybody, but that's just stupid that that's happening. But I wanted to debunk this, at least, on Discord. Is someone posted this, and people are like, oh, this is you. Why would you ask this? This proves you're... I can't believe you would ask this. This is sick. And there's another one about circumcision that someone posted. This is not me, obviously. And for those of you who don't know and who don't understand how Discord works, I'm going to show you. So, my actual Discord name looks like this. It's fluffy because I have Nitro, I have Goku screaming in the background, I have Sparkles, my pronouns are yeehaw. It's definitely not me. I can go into my Discord here, let me show you. This is my subscriber only chat, and I could say hi, or also good morning, everyone. And this is what my name looks like in my Discord. You can click on it and see my profile. This is me. This is no one else. This is me. So that's what my name looks like. In someone else's server, it's gonna still have like the poofiness, but it's gonna have a different color. For instance, I can go into Hutch MF Discord and say, hi, how are you guys this morning? And it's purple, but it still's got the poofiness. You can still click my profile and see all that. That's me. That's mine. And you can see I have flames down here around the banner. This is me. It says the Faithful Sheriff underneath. That's my official name on Discord. So now I'm going to show you how easy it is to pretend to be somebody else. It's going to be really hard to mimic that one because you have to buy everything that I bought to display that on Nitro, and you have to make your server settings But I can go into the color and all that, but I can go into here. This is my server I just made on my account, which is the Secret Witnesser. You can see the account name down here. It says the Secret Witnesser 0879. This is the server I just made. As you can see, I typed in here ASDF, and you could see how my name is the exact same color as this. You could do that by clicking on, if you're the server owner, you can go to settings, go to roles, click the role that you want. Let's see, display down here, and you can change the color to something different, like that. It's going to be dark purple and all that. So you could change the color of the roles easily. Now, see how my name says the Secret Witnesser? First, let's just go to the picture. How can I get my picture to be just like the Faithful Sheriff? Well, I can go Google the Faithful Sheriff, hit images. There it is right there. Click, open image in a new tab just to make sure I get the biggest time. I'm going to sit here and save image as. I'll just go to downloads, hit that, boom, downloaded. Now I can go to my Discord, my profile, click edit profile, click change avatar, upload image, downloads, boom. Now I'm the same exact image as the Faithful Sheriff. Look at that. Wow, look at that. Now I look exactly the same. They're identical. Wait a bit, but my name is still the Secret Witnesser. So how do we fix that? Well, click on me, edit profile per server. Server nickname, the Faithful Sheriff. Look at that. Oh, look at that. I just changed my name to the Faithful Sheriff that easily, even though there's already a Faithful Sheriff in Discord on my other account. That's because in Discord, you can change your name to anybody's name. As long as your base user account name stays the same, you could change your display name to anything. So I just mimicked the Faithful Sheriff. Even though this isn't what my name looks like in Discord, I'm just showing you how easily it is for somebody to fake being me, even though it's obvious to anybody that's been in my Discord that this is not me. But to those people who are not in my Discord and believe everything on X, I just made another Discord account, mimicked this person's account. So now I could just hit, all I have to do is go, would you? So they didn't do a poll here because probably they were doing this in my server and before we caught them and banned them. So they couldn't do a poll, but they could do reactionary roles. So they just typed they just typed this out. They could have just done a poll, but they didn't have access to polls. So that's probably why they did it like this. To obviously trick anybody on X into thinking that this was an actual poll or that I actually typed this or whatever. Obviously, it's not me. I didn't do this. Like, no, for no. And then they just, there we go. And then they go into here, add reactions, check, add reactions. And there we go. We just 100% mimicked what this person typed. We 100% mimicked what this person typed in the Discord. And if we really wanted to like 100% mimic it, we could actually go to edit. Here we go. Now it looks exactly like how this person did it. As I said, it's super easy to mimic looking like somebody else. All you gotta do is copy their picture and change your display name. As long as your username account name is your username, you can change your display name to anybody's. It's super easy to do. And so what someone did was they did this either on my server or their own server or somebody else's server, screenshotted it, and then posted on X, and everybody's believing that it's me. This is how disinformation works, and it's honestly, anybody who's spreading false information on X should be banned. But, I mean, obviously they're not going to do that, but I just wanted to debunk this to show you guys that this was not me. And, people are like, oh, you got rage baited. I don't care. I'm just saying that there's way too many people going around calling me a pedo and posting stuff like this as proof, and people are taking it as, they're just like the SuperMega situation. They're taking that as like, oh, why would you commission your penis on a picture? How, you're not a Christian? Well, I didn't. They're lying. And people like, they have the DMs. It's fake DMs. They're lying. Like, there are people who are believing this, which is crazy. But anyways, It's not me. I didn't write this. I didn't type it, and this is how easy it is to fake it. Thanks for listening, guys, and I appreciate your support. God bless.
People are calling this lolcow behavior, and Jep Neptune from Fish Tank said that this was the funniest thing that the Faithful Sheriff has ever done. I will say it's up there. It is kinda crazy to go this overboard over these allegations whenever I think everyone knows that these are fake, and people will just troll him because people convinced him that they think it's real, so he has to go on and make 9-minute response videos on Twitter to these people. He also talks about how his wife knows about what he does online and doesn't think like the way everyone else does. Here's that clip.
This idiot in the YouTube chat. Why do I entertain these people? Why do I entertain these people? Why do I even bother? But he's like, if you're not a pred, ask your wife about what she thinks about you talking to kids online. Since you're not telling your wife, that means you have something to hide. This guy, I'm guessing as a kid, is a complete moron, first of all. Complete moron. And that's sad. That's sad that he's a moron. My wife makes my website. She works on a lot of other material because she's an artist and she's a web developer. She 100% knows what I do and has supported me for years. And she 100% knows that I don't, quote unquote, target kids. Okay. And she knows that if there is a kid in my lobby, like there was in Counter-Strike, that I still talk to that kid like a normal person would. And I still tell them and ask them about Jesus. And there's nothing wrong with that at all. And the fact that you think that there's something wrong with that means that you're evil. Okay? Period. So yeah, Zachary, you're a moron and enjoy your ban.
And to be honest, he starts to get a little weird on Twitter a couple of times as he does some gooner actions. First is a tweet from Drama Alert saying streamer Morgpie has been banned from Twitch for using her feet as a green screen. And for whatever reason, DrWitnesser Sheriff says, what a stupid thing to ban someone for rolling on the floor. Why would you quote tweet and talk about this? Especially because it's like someone's feet, which is a very much like thing that some people look at. You know, some people are into feet. Very strange for him, especially with the allegations that he has on him of, you know, projecting his fart fetish onto people. Next is a clip that is very much suspicious. Here's that.
Okay, that's kind of cute. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Okay. Wow. Wow. What? Wow, I wasn't expecting that. Sheesh. Wow. Wow. I just like clicked and it was like, oh, okay then. Righto. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Oh, that one. Cool. Oh, I can only imagine what they're gonna bring up. Yeah. Okay then. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on. Okay. Okay. What was I expecting? 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 Oh, the preview jiggles.
Why is he playing this game, and why did he call those characters cute? I'm guessing these characters are of age, of course, but they don't really look it, and it's very much suspicious. I don't understand, okay? I thought this was very strange. Jidion versus the Faithful Sheriff. There is a whole, like, these next few, like, sections are him talking or having beefs with random people. And this is the instance where they actually, the Faithful Sheriff and Jidion were talking through a call. The Faithful Sheriff, for whatever reason, decided to have a conversation with Jidion while on stream, and there's a few clips that came out of it. One where Jidion messes with them.
Genuinely, man, obviously, if I thought you were a bad guy, we wouldn't be having this conversation right now.
Well, who are you? Like, let's start that way. Who are you?
So who am I? Okay, yeah. So, my name is Jidion.
Jidion,
I used to be a prank YouTuber. I amassed a following of, on my main channel, 8 million people doing pranks and everything. But in 2023, I gave my life to Christ.
Oh, amen.
Jesus Christ.
Amen.
Yes, sir. Yes. Yeah, man. So I gave my life to Christ, man. And then in 2024, I actually started catching.
Okay.
So we've done over 130 operations in America and in Australia, and we have dozens of arrests and convictions. So
that's awesome.
Right now I'm just streaming, man. You know what I mean?
Says, I smell fear. These people, these trolls, man.
Wait, what did they say?
I smell fear. The guy, they're just trolling.
Wait, why are they saying you smell? Why are they saying you're scared?
Because do you not know? Like, people call me and all that because I talk to kids sometimes in Fortnite about Jesus, so they label me and all that, and they're like, oh, blah blah blah.
Listen, man, I'm the type of guy where, like, I don't believe in incarceration. You know what I mean? Like, I'm the type of guy where I think, hey, if you have a God's honest conversation about it, feel me, I don't think you'll do it again, Like, I think we can be honest, man. You just kind of, like, got carried away, right?
About what? What are you talking about?
Like, you just got carried away in the moment, huh?
About what? What are we talking about?
Like how old the kids on average?
Okay. All right. I see. You're trolling. Oh, this is all making sense.
I'm messing with you. Man. No,
Jesus would not support that kind of trolling. You know what Paul talks about? Paul talks about being not joking around with your fellow brethren because it'd be taken the wrong way. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. No, I feel that.
DrDisrespect was also talked about.
But you know what else I don't think Jesus would be fond of? And
I don't know. What?
Well, you said something about DrDisrespect. You said he just made a boneheaded mistake, right?
I think he did, yes.
Oh, so is it a boneheaded mistake to talk to and also commit adultery on your... So is adultery a boneheaded mistake now? I'm just asking.
Well, I think we don't have the whole context. Should there be anybody whispering in Twitch whispers? No. But do we know for a fact that he knew that there were before he, did he know the age? We don't know that he did. So did he find out after the fact and said, oh, gee, I'm in trouble, right? So I think that matters. But I think that was the incident that had something to do with his adultery. Not that he had adultery manner with his wife. I think the whole adultery incident was that same exact incident, because I don't know if you remember when he went onto Twitch live, not in his costume, and admitted to being unfaithful to his wife. He didn't say in which the manner it was. He just said being unfaithful. So I think. So you think, and it was in 2017. Yes.
So you think his wife checked his whisper DMs?
Well, I think he admitted it. I don't know. I think he admitted it.
So he admitted to being
unfaithful to his wife.
But I don't
know
how far it went. Is what you're saying?
We don't know all the stuff. This is speculation.
We don't. At this point, it is speculation.
It's interesting that it's interesting that it's the same exact year that the supposed Twitch whisper incident happened, and it's the same year that he was unfaithful to his wife. I think it's the same incident.
Was that the same year? Can
yes.
Someone in one of our chats fact check that?
Yes.
So, but wouldn't it be speculation on your part as well, assuming that it's the same incident?
Well, it is, but I think it's an educated speculation based on everything we know. But like I said, we don't know. Obviously, it's wrong to text in whispers and Twitch, obviously, but I think people try to paint it off as something that it wasn't. Like the ex-Twitch employee said that he was And we all know California law, that's like a crime. So, and we know that it was investigated and he didn't get arrested. He didn't know what charges. They sent the whispers to the police department or to, actually they sent it to the child endangerment, whatever. Look, if you're a brother in Christ like you say you are, you know that we're supposed, the Bible calls us, Jesus calls us to forgive those who repent. And he goes live on stream and says he's been unfaithful and that he's sorry. So how are you going to hold that unfaithfulness over his head still, you know, almost 10 years from now?
I'm not holding it over his head, but I'm also not calling it a boneheaded mistake.
Adultery,
a boneheaded mistake
adultery's not a boneheaded mistake? I don't understand your point. Like, mistake. So like adultery, why did you bring up his adultery?
Well, because you okay. That was just the point that I had seen earlier because you had brought up like, oh, you shouldn't joke around with
like, is it sin that what he did? Is it bad that he did that? Yes. Did he say he was sorry? Yes. Did he also say he was sorry about what happened with that Twitch whisper? Yes. So you're like, let's continue to condemn the man. Even like I said, my main point is we don't know.
I never said condemn. All I'm saying is you don't have to. You can forgive, but you don't have to forget. But that's besides the point.
Why are people? Why look? You brought it up. Why are people so bent on calling this man for him whispering this?
I never called him.
And I'm saying society, like, you know that he is being called that and labeled that. You know that. My point is why are we?
If he knew the whole time that person was, then he's a predator.
I agree, but we don't know that if he knew that the whole time. We just have speculation, and this other Twitch employee that I believe is lying because, like I said, it's a federal, it's a crime. It's a crime.
That would have never happened if you were faithful to your wife. See, a lot of things won't happen if we do the right thing to begin with. But now back to the main thing
and some Bible talk.
Why are people all of a sudden like, you know, demons and Satan when it's reversed?
Have you read the Bible?
Have I read the Bible?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you remember a certain point where Jesus called Peter something?
When he called Peter Satan because he was going against the word of God.
Yes.
And saying that it wouldn't be
so. Yeah, Jesus called Peter Satan.
Yeah.
Did he mean that Peter was actually Satan?
No, yeah.
No, he didn't. He didn't really mean that Peter was straight up Satan. He had to.
He had the attribute at that moment because he was going against the will of God. Peter had the attributes of Satan because Satan goes against the word.
Yeah.
So at that moment.
So when I say agent of Satan, am I really thinking that person is Satan or that they're going against God?
Okay. So they're going against God because they don't want you pushing your views on their children.
No. I didn't say that.
I mean, then how else could it be?
What? Show me an example when I said that and the circumstances in which I said it, and I'll tell you the reason why I said it.
If a parent hopped on and heard you, like, you know, if they hopped on and they got upset, like, hey, why are you talking to my child about this? I don't want my child hearing stuff about this. How would you respond?
I don't know. I think I'd have to say, oh, well, I understand that. Sorry about telling your kid about Jesus. I probably wouldn't be sorry about telling him about Jesus, but I'd probably be like, okay, no problem, and then like proceed to get off and go find someone else that wanted to hear about it.
That's a fair take. So I'm not gonna lie, that was actually like literally probably the best answer you could have gave, right?
Then there was also Papa Gut making some points, and here they are.
Do you allow your kids to play video games?
I do.
Do you allow them to go on voice chat on those video games?
No.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
Oh, dude, this is actually insane.
Why don't you let them go on voice chat?
Because they're too young.
How old are they? Because you're talking like 8-year-olds.
Okay, if you don't mind, you don't have to share their age, but like...
Yeah, you do.
You mind sharing their age?
No, because people want me dead, so I'm going to share as little amount of family information as possible.
Okay.
Bro, that's not why he's doing it. Nobody wants this guy dead. He's meme and it's funny. He has kids that are probably this exact same age, maybe even older than the kids that he talks to. So why is it that you don't want old men talking to your kids, but you're perfectly comfortable being an old man talking to other people's kids? That's insane, actually.
In this hypothetical, how would you feel if, you know, someone from a different religion than you're trying to raise your kids up to be was trying to put their religion on you? How would you feel?
This is going to be the answer that determines whether Dr. Chud is trying to groom kids into religion. That's valid. You should be able to raise your kid whatever religion you want to. That should be, you're right.
Are you actually a Christian?
Yeah, I'm just asking, how would you feel?
I wouldn't want them on voice chat.
He knows he looks like a fucking moron right now. That's what's actually happening. He's getting like held to task by Jidion. Dr. Chud over here. He thinks that you should be able to convert any child to his religion at any cost, regardless of whether it violates the agency and autonomy of like a parent. That is basically what his take is. That's why when the question is asked, he gets defensive. Jidion's like, oh, are you a real Christian? Because like, I should be able to religious kids at any expense. And you shouldn't have a problem with it because you should want more kids to be Christian.
So like if a parent hopped on and they got upset, like, hey, why are you talking to my child about this? I don't want my child hearing stuff about this. How would
Well, it's not even just religious conversation, dude. He tells people that Santa Claus isn't real.
how would you respond?
I think I'd have to say, oh, well, I understand that. Sorry about the, telling your kid about Jesus. So I probably wouldn't be sorry about telling him about Jesus, but I'd probably be like, okay, no problem, and then like proceed to get off and go find someone else that wanted to hear about it.
What the problem here is that like this assumes that the default is that it's appropriate to talk to kids, children, about religious things without their parental consent. It is not the default. That is not now, and it never has been, a default to act like that. It's not default to be like, hey, let me convert your kid. No, well, most people understand it's not. That's an inappropriate conversation with a child. That's what everybody would consider.
I think that not saying the age of his kids is kind of crazy and also being hypocritical. And I tried to find clips from Jidion's point of view, but I didn't find any. I looked at the EDP Watch Twitter and didn't have anything because I was wondering if DrWitnesser, possibly left some stuff out, but who knows? I can't go back and watch a whole conversation like that. Nothing really came of this other than a couple clips, really. I don't think anything else really will ever come from these two again, but... StableRonaldo versus the Faithful Sheriff. StableRonaldo, in case you don't know, is another popular streamer who does a mix of content, mainly known for some in-real-life content that he got clipped from, and he also has some Fortnite clips that also got very popular at one point. But here is some stuff that happened. Let's go over a tweet and then the clip in the tweet saying, yeah, @StableRonaldo is an absolute coward. He said he was late because he was watching my stream and then calls me to his audience. I call him out and he immediately folds, ha ha ha. Scared to go up against the sheriff, ha ha ha. I feel like this is very obviously like a troll tweet. I feel like there's times where he's genuine, there's times where he's not. And this is obviously disingenuous type of tweet here.
First and foremost, by the way, I was late today because I was watching The Faithful Sheriff on Twitch. That guy is actually... I'm sorry for saying that slur.
Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah? I bet you don't have the cojones. I bet you don't have the testicular fortitude, StableRonaldo, to go toe-to-toe with the faithful sheriff in Fortnite. I bet you don't. You don't got it, son. You're yellow. You're a coward. Talking about me behind my back. Say that to my face. Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah? I bet you don't have the cojones.
What is a cojones?
I bet you don't have the testicular fortitude, StableRonaldo, to go toe-to-toe with the faithful sheriff in Fortnite.
Yeah, I'm good, bro.
Did he just drag it in real time?
This is literally who's behind this peanut, bro. This is a grown-ass man who's behind this, by the way.
He calls out a good point about how, like, grown man acting this way. You know what I mean? There's not much to add here. He would also lose to Ronaldo in Fortnite. I think Ronaldo was a pro in Fortnite at one point. Like, he was apparently very much good. Faithful Sheriff really isn't that great, as far as I've seen. Next time, I need to look at his Fortnite tracker and see, like, the difference. Never mind, guys. The Faithful Coward here won't let you search up his name. I try to look it up. You can try again. Watch this. It's Faithful Sheriff. Right? You can see it in his streams. Private. What a coward. I bet he's terrible. If anyone actually watches him, can they let me know if he's, like, actually decent or not? All I see is him kill bots and die. But he didn't add anyone from this, but nothing really came from this at all. And this was kind of like a one and done type of situation, I think. Just an attempt to get some clout. The Faithful Sheriff versus Gingy. Gingy, if you don't know, has already been talked about a little bit, and is a streamer with over 600,000 followers on Twitch, and he was brought up on her stream at one point, and he responds. I'm guessing they also, like I shown earlier, talked back and forth on Twitter for a second. I don't know. This all apparently started from Faithful Sheriff calling Gingy boring. Gingy, I guess, is in the Burnt Peanuts circle, and all this ended up happening. I think he might have gotten some flack for that, and that's why he did this whole peanut thing. Either way, here's the clip.
There's no way someone comes in here and asks, is the Faithful Sheriff in the Annihilator Cup?
Bro, I just saw that tweet about that guy. I didn't realize it was him. He came to my chat a couple days ago and was talking about Warcraft 3.
Dude, he goes in everyone's chat.
Oh, I didn't know that. I actually didn't know the drama around it until recently.
So, how he all started out, by the way, was actually because of me.
Oh?
He made a video and then said something about how I was the most boring streamer out there. So I commented on, I was just like, oh, thanks for the kind words. Just trolling.
Just trolling.
This whole thing up of, I said the Burnt Peanut's best friend was boring, so he turned me into a peanut, and now he's with this lore.
Yes.
I've been obsessed with him ever since. So.
I am not obsessed. I'm not obsessed. I'm not obsessed. Look, she's smiling. She's smiling about it. She's smiling about it. She obviously thinks it's funny.
Nugent, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. To be fair though, he did drop the big B word at you. That's a slur to a streamer.
Well,
what?
I told him at least I didn't copy someone to try to be entertaining, so.
Oh, little bitch, yeah.
What B word? I didn't call her a B word. Oh, boring. Oh, boring? Boring? That's a big B word? It sounded like he was saying I was swearing at her or something.
I'm just chilling over here playing video games.
Well, you know what? She didn't say anything bad. And I'm still going to stick with, what I said. She's boring to me. And I could say that because I'm already a peanut. I don't got to be worried about being turned into a peanut. Curse has already been there, done that. You know what I mean? She's boring to me. She's not boring to everybody. Okay? Do I regret saying it? Kinda, because it looking at the grand scheme of things, saying it on a big social platform like that, and it was kind of mean. I should have just kept it to myself. But for her to be like, you're obsessed, no, I'm not. I stand on ground here. I do not own one single merch of Burnt Peanut. I actually haven't watched him in a week and a half, 2 weeks, because I've been too busy. I'm not obsessed with the Burnt Peanut. I just literally came up with this for fun. Okay? And you know what? I felt bad in a way because I'm a peanut and that idea was copied. But at least I came up with some good lore behind it because he has other peanuts in his cutscenes. So there's a peanut race, obviously, and I could be turned into that and be part of that peanut race. I thought it was a fun piece of lore. And I tried to include him, because I felt hey, this is your thing. If you don't want me to do this, just say so. He could have just DM'd me and said, yeah, bro, I don't care that you're a peanut. Or, yeah, bro, I kind of don't like that. And I would be like, okay, no problem. And I would have probably gone back to DrWitnesser. But he didn't. And people are like, well, he doesn't have to tell you. He doesn't owe you anything. I know that. I'm just saying I gave him the opportunity to retort or say something about the fact that I'm a peanut. And he was silent. He's been silent. He's got to resort to just blocking my entire name in his chat, which I thought was super ridiculous. Super ridiculous. Anyways, I'm not obsessed. To prove my non-obsession, I'm giving up the peanut avatar. I'm going to something else in a month. But I'll stand what I said. She is a nice person. Gingy is a nice person. She is. Really respect. She is a nice person. Her style of streaming is just boring to me. Okay? Lots of people love her. Obviously, she's got the viewership. She's worked really hard as a streamer. She deserves her viewership. So yeah, Gingy, sorry, sorry if I offended you. Sorry if you think I need a therapy, but I'm going to stand on what I said. Is you're friends with a grown man that pretends to be a peanut. Shouldn't he seek therapy first? Because he started it. anyways, moving on. Have a good one, Gingy. God bless.
Some of the laughing and such seems to be very much fake. I don't know anything about him talking about her, so I'm not sure if he is stalkish towards her or what. I mean, he's probably not going to show many clips of him being stalkish towards this girl, but I don't think he would have changed back to DrWitnesser, though, if the Burnt Peanut said stop. He'd probably make an argument on how he's allowed to do what he wants, how, you know, because he's in America or whatever, or how it's online, I can do what I want. And probably say something about, like, I'm being a parody or whatever, kind of like how he does now, but more in the defense of it. The Faithful Sheriff versus Jynxzi. Jynxzi I've talked about before. He's one of the most popular streamers ever, and currently, he's a gaming streamer mainly known for making games like Clash Royale and Rainbow Six Siege be revived from the dead. This all starts from a tweet here saying this: do you need a new team leader for League of Legends? At Jynxzi, because I guess Jynxzi was talking about playing League of Legends, and of course DrWitnesser plays League of Legends. Then there was a clip that came out in the comments of Jynxzi talking about the Faithful Sheriff, and here's that.
He sent it down.
How old was the kid? How old was the kid? I don't know if there is legitimately a worse thing you could do or say. I don't legitimately think there's a worse thing you could do with your time than play Fortnite with a 7-year-old and tell him he's going to hell. Like, I would put that on the dead last thing to be doing with your time. Bro, a 7-year-old? An 8-year-old? Even if the kid's 12! Even if he's 13!
He responds saying, Jynxzi is a complete moron if he thinks that I told a kid he's going to hell. You kinda did. That's not even close to what I said. Also, this clip he's watching was from literally 7 years ago. I never told any child they were going to hell. What I described is that here's a punishment of sin. It's the standard gospel message that every kid in fact learns in Sunday school. Read a Bible, Jynxzi. And I actually brought up this point, I think, in my original video, that, like, he is kind of just saying stuff that anyone would, just like any preacher would say. And no, I don't think typing a word makes him racist, but it's also very much funny to troll him. Just to be honest, just to be 100, like, that's what I think. I don't really care if he says it. Why should I be offended? I feel no reason. Like, if you're offended, then go be employed. But to troll him and get a reaction out of him, yeah, I can understand that. I respect that. I think it's funny. He then also makes his usual I'm live videos, but he also talks about Jynxzi in one of them, and here's that.
Well, hello everybody, it's the Faithful Sheriff, and I hope you're having an awesome Tuesday. I just wanted to invite you over to the stream that's live right now at twitch.tv/TheFaithfulSheriff. I'm going to play Dune Awakening the whole entire stream, and you're more than welcome to come in and ask me a Bible question or ask me a question in general about God or life or anything. I hope y'all enjoy the show and everybody's welcome. We're also going to probably talk about Jynxzi, who watched a video about me and smack talked about me. Yep, a famous streamer, Jynxzi. We're definitely going to touch on that at the beginning of the stream, so tune on in to see what I got to say about that. Have a good one.
Nothing else came from this. That is basically the end of that section. Another attempt of getting clout and kind of failing. This happened in early May. It's over a month now since this incident, and there's nothing from it. I think that, like, he's kind of playing out all of his tokens here. The next person I talk about is kind of like someone that is already been known to have beef with, but still, it's I don't know. Like, I think he's playing all of his cards very poorly here, because you can only, like, kind of get these people's attention so many times before they're just gonna kind of stop. The Faithful Sheriff versus Gaming for Hope. Gaming for Hope is some Christian streamer who plays Overwatch mainly. I talked about him a little bit in my last video, as apparently these two have some beef of some sort, and the Faithful Sheriff talks about it. Here's that clip.
Hey, you can watch Gaming for Hope all you want. I'm not stopping you. I'm not going into his Twitter. You know what bothers me also? I didn't start this Gaming for Hope controversy crap. I didn't start none of this. Someone asked him on Twitter. Okay, first of all, people have been asking me. People have been mentioning him to me and Twitch and on X. And my simple response was, I don't know the guy. I don't know him. And then someone asked him to collab with me on Overwatch. And the bonehead says that guy has no right to call himself a Christian. I will not be collaborating with him. He started the beef, guys. Do you understand this? He started it. I didn't say nothing to him. I was more than willing to look him up and have a conversation and collab with him. But he wasn't even open to the opportunity. He just straight up called me a fake Christian. Said I have no right to be calling myself one. I didn't start no beef with Gaming for Hope. He opened up his mouth on X and burned a bridge instantaneously. You come into my chat and tell me ease up off of Gaming for Hope when he's the guy that started the whole thing. So don't come. You do see me going into his Twitch chat and saying, hey, lay off of me, Gaming for Hope? Do you see me going in there and sending my supporters into his chat and talking smack? No. In fact, it really shows you the character development, the character of his supporters and himself starting this crap into my Twitch chat in the first place. So keep that in mind when you're talking smack in my chat of who started it in the first place. And I ain't gonna say no more about it, because he started it and I'm finishing it. That's the end. He don't want to collab? Fine. But he ain't no right to tell me that I don't got no right to be a Christian when he's the one preaching the false gospel. He's the one leading people straight to hell with his actually false gospel. Paul warns us to people about them. Period. Anyways, let's get back to business. I mean, Gaming for Hope. I don't know anything about him. Really, I don't, outside of the fact that people wanted me to collab with him. And someone pointed out that he said nasty things about me back in 2020. Something to do with like my beliefs. And then so based on what he said, I determined that he's part of the once saved, always saved crowd, which believes that no matter what you do, no matter what you say, no matter what sins you commit, you're still saved. Meaning that you don't have to turn from your sin. You don't have to repent, essentially. And so he's part of that crowd, and so he believes my point of view is legalism and that you're working for your salvation, which is stupid because God tells us to obey his law. Jesus says, if you love me, keep my commandments. Hello. But anyways, so I found out that he's part of that crowd, which is a pretty blasphemous, well, maybe not blasphemous, but a pretty erroneous, it's a pretty erroneous salvational, it's actually a salvational issue. Him thinking that way as a Christian will send him to hell. Like it's actually one of the most dangerous teachings of Christianity is that you don't have to turn from your sin. You don't have to obey God. Once saved, always saved is actually a dangerous, very, very dangerous doctrine because you're 100% in danger of going to hell and not being saved.
There's also a leak from his Discord server of him like comparing himself to DrDisrespect and some other things, and I don't think I shown it in my last video, so here's that.
I think just people just looking for things to be mad at. Like they don't ever have
exactly
like
what it is.
That tweet you replied to on Twitter, the one with like reactive something. I forgot what it was. Where it's just obviously fake
or something.
Yeah.
Someone's posting
faked.
someone's posting the reactions circumcised thing. Yeah. And I keep posting that it's not me, and nobody is like, people are not caring and they don't believe.
I just don't get it. It's so obviously fake.
They do. I think they know it's fake. They're just either choosing to believe it or they just know it's gonna like.
I think they think it's funnier if you said it. I think that's what it is.
Well, the thing is like, there's the option of not responding to anybody like ever.
Yeah.
But then you like, and that's what I would typically do. But then you get supporters who are like, "Did you really say that?" It's like, no, you know what I mean? So it's like, do I never respond to it, or do I defend myself and then let it go? You know what I mean? Like
the way I kind of look at it, like all publicity is good publicity. You know,
that's
well,
that's some. I used to think that way, and I still kind of do, but my wife really does not agree with that. She's like, no, there. But I think this. I think you can get to a point in your career where it doesn't matter what you do, people are going to believe what they want.
Yeah.
And so say I'm only streaming to like 200 plus people every stream. And what if it gets to like 500 average? And then what if it gets to like 1,000 average? There's going to be way more people involved in like on social media. And I am not going to be able to contain or control the narrative people have about me on a daily basis. I just can't. The only thing I can do is to just keep doing me, like keep streaming, keep posting my content. If people find it fun or funny and or engage, if they like it, then great. If they don't, then oh well. Like I can't keep playing defense. I just cannot keep up with, because it's you versus like thousands, and like even at this point hundreds of thousands, because I get like 20 plus million views on my stuff a month, so it's like hundreds of thousands of people see the stuff. So I can't combat that by myself, and I can't, people are gonna, if they see my videos and they like my content, they're gonna come watch. And if the people posting about this other crap, if they don't see that in the stream, then they'll know that it was just crap, that it was fake, like people are just making it up.
Yeah, I'd say just don't even let what they're saying get you at all, because there's obviously a lot of people know that it's fake. They're just choosing to believe it because they think it's funnier.
Yeah, like the gaming for hope thing, like he commented that about me.
He literally started it, so he didn't do anything wrong.
He got like I don't know, it's probably up to 5,000, 6,000 likes by now, and people are like, "Oh, look at all the likes he's got." It's like because he's hopping on the "it's popular to hate the faithful sheriff" bandwagon, and so if you hate on me, you're going to be popular now. So he's like, "Oh, I'm going to respond like this because I know people will like this if I say this." You know what I mean? It's like, okay. I don't work that way.
Silver lining to it. Sorry for interrupting, Sheriff, but the silver lining to it all is he's bringing them into your chat and your stream and your videos, and you're like making the ad revenue from it. Like they're coming in and they're unintentionally giving you like an income stream.
Yeah, you're right. Absolutely.
I just say keep doing what you're doing because we like you.
It's the same thing with on TikTok. Is I keep posting the videos and like you see the comments and it's like 95% hate comments, but these people are literally paying my bills. Like the haters are literally paying my bills for me. It's hilarious. And when you look at it from the other end, it's like, hey guys, thanks for paying my bills for your hate. It's like, appreciate it. I mean, I know this is controversial and some of you may not like this streamer, but DrDisrespect was started off the same way. People really hated him for how like his character, like he's playing a character. Obviously the Faithful Sheriff is a character, but it's a lot of me in the character because like, sometimes
a sheriff in real life.
What?
Yo, you're talking about a sheriff in real life.
Oh, obviously. But so my point is that he, most of me is in like the character of the Faithful Sheriff. The stuff that's not in the character is like my mannerisms and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, or that's not me. Is some of the mannerisms. Obviously, I'd take them from, other stuff and inspiration and whatnot. Comedies I watch or whatever. Anyways, but like. He was really, really, and still is hated, but he was really hated to start off, and then he he's been at it for like 10 years, but it started off the same way for him. Is people hated his guts, and it was the hate that actually exposed his streaming career to other people that actually liked his content. And this is kind of the same thing that's happening to me.
He talks about how he never responds to stuff, but then goes on to respond to stuff a lot. Nothing about him in his stuff is original, I guess. He kind of admitted it here. Other than this, I haven't seen any new leaks from the Discord, like in the last video. And that kind of sucks. I kind of wish that there was more to come from it. Why he doesn't do collabs. After having beefs with different types of streamers, someone asked him about if he would ever have collab streams, like streaming with another Christian streamer, and here's his response to that.
Wow, it's the same guy camping the same crate. That guy is a loser, by the way. Just camps the same spot. It would be cool if you could do
I'm hearing some interesting things about you as time goes on.
They're probably all fake, bro. They're probably all not true. They're probably all 100% not true and extremely taken out of context, I guarantee you. It'd be cool if you could collab with another Christian streamer. Yeah, if the, you know, there was one I was gonna collab with, but they turned it down at the kind of like at the last minute, not at the last minute, but they turned it down because of the trolls in my chat. They didn't want to be attacked by trolls.
You muted me.
I didn't mute you. What are you talking about?
Oh, I thought you muted me.
No, I did not mute you. You haven't spammed the N-word on me yet, so you're safe.
There's no reason to.
No, there's not unless you're a racist jerk. Moving slow. Moving slow. Sure. Okay. Yeah, there's yeah, that works. Sure. Okay. Cool.
Sheesh.
Anyway, so yeah, I was gonna collab with another Christian streamer, but they turned it down because of the trolls in the chat. They didn't want to be trolled. They didn't want to be trolled, unfortunately. Well, because they're the people who do the trolling would harass the people that I collab with.
No.
And
I feel like his problem with getting collaborations is definitely a little bit past just trolls, although they're definitely probably a part of it, but it's probably mainly just himself and all of the dramas he's gotten himself into. He's ended up doing a collab stream or two, I think another one, but one of them that I know of at least because he tweeted about it was with a guy named Tide Eyes, a guy with about 15,000 followers on Twitch, nearly 65,000 on TikTok, and seems to mainly play Fortnite. Other than this, there hasn't been anyone to really collaborate with him. He does have apparently a sponsored segment on his streams though. I don't know who for. I tried to look at some of his recent streams and don't know at all. Because there's no hashtag ad or anything, so I don't know, but apparently he's had sponsored segments on streams recently, which is kind of insane. I don't really know if we'll ever get to collaborate with anyone big. I don't think DrDisrespect, any other big streamer will really touch him other than to just make fun of him. And all the small streamers, does it really make a difference? You know what I mean? Especially with how he is as a person, how he's not very much entertaining or anything. Even if he does get a collaboration, it probably won't really help him. Twitch status. On April 17th, he announced he was officially a Twitch partner, meaning he gets better revenue benefits like the 60-40 splits, and if he gets better or gets more of a following, you know, that can be negotiated to be lower to where it's like 70-30 and stuff like that. And he also got some other things as well that aren't too significant with becoming a partner. I looked it up and I don't really see much else. People, including me, were confused if he was ban evading or not. I think I talked about it a little bit in my last video. But he actually shown an email he got of being reinstated under the DrWitnesser name. And he says this: "Here is Twitch reversing the indefinite suspension I received in 2021. Can we please stop saying I'm, quote, ban evading?" And of course, as you can see here in the email, it says, you know, we reviewed your appeal and can confirm the correct enforcement was issued. However, given the details of your case, we've determined that your appeal has been accepted. And this, I don't know, it says 2024 right there, all rights reserved. So I don't really know. He didn't show the like date of the email in this as well. I think that's kind of weird. But yeah, I mean, I guess he's technically reinstated, but I was confused about that for a while, so it's valid. A response. Another time he said he got unbanned 2 years ago when responding to a comment, so I really have no idea. I don't know if there's any way to prove that he was lying or if he's actually ban evading. He also now has a Kick account where he has 49 followers but hasn't streamed on it in 5 days. I'm guessing he just dual streams because you can do that. You can dual stream to one place for free, I think. But then on June 1st, he's also now verified on Kick as well. I don't know if this is a easy or hard thing to do or what, but he is sadly verified there. Then on the 1st of June, he was on Twitch's front page, which is actually a big deal because as soon as you first open Twitch, there's a little, it shows like multiple streamers and stuff, and he was on the front page. He actually shows the email that he got saying that he would be on the front page, and it says this, going live on the front page. Hi, the Faithful Sheriff, congratulations. You've been selected for the Twitch front page on the 1st of June from 12 to 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Important information, your front page promotion will run on the exact date and 8-hour window you submitted in the time zone listed above. Reschedules aren't supported. So it looks like he actually like requested this and ended up getting it, and streaming for 8 hours is something that he does not really do. I originally thought that you got on the front page out of nowhere and it wasn't a planned thing. Maybe it's a mix of both, I'm not exactly sure. On Twitter, he averages just a few likes, less than 10 on most tweets, and he gets 20 plus or less than 160 with nearly 10,000 followers on the platform. His streams seem to be less than 4 hours consistently, which isn't really a good look, and they are barely over, 4 hours in the past month. Sometimes he takes the weekends off, and he has about 30,000 subscribers on YouTube, mainly posting YouTube shorts, the same stuff that he posts on Twitter and TikTok basically, and they get about 1K views each. Then for actual videos, only talking about dramas in his past two, basically talking about Jynxzi and then another guy by the name of Hutch NF, which I don't know anything about this guy, but apparently Hutch was exposing a YouTuber or someone else, and he agreed with them. And then also the whole Jynxzi thing got about 10,000 views, and the Hutch one, which I guess was just like the highlights of him talking about the situation. Also, his TikToks consist of AI-generated media as well. Like on some of the posts, it will say this, and I don't know. On TikTok, getting a few thousand views each video, but never really getting over 10,000 views or hitting 10,000 views if it's Christian like to use it, but it's also on a lot of the content for whatever reason. It looks like he's also played Minecraft recently, which we all know what happens to Minecraft YouTubers and streamers. And also his interactions are not that much on TikTok, to be honest. It's like less than 160, kind of like Twitter. A few thousand views each post, but then it only gets like 10, 20, and max 160 likes. Don't get me wrong, there's videos that do outside of that, but that is the average. A lot of his posts getting 20 to 120. He actually has comments public, and I think he probably heavily restricts them at times, but he can also I don't know if he checks it often, because there are times where I'm seeing a lot of hate comments and a lot of ones making fun of him. His cameos are $35 plus, and he's rated 4.4 stars on there. And he actually has a lot of reviews, but I think that a lot of the reviews probably are not genuine. Some of them are definitely going to be, but not all of them. His Instagram has 27,000 followers, and I can only imagine the comments on there. Yeah, they are insane. Yep, I looked at the comments on his Instagram. I thought they would actually be restricted, but no, he is actually so funny. Not him himself, but the comments, bro. If you want to have a good laugh, go to his Instagram and scroll through the comments, because they are actually... I'm going to go over some of the comments, actually. I had to for this video. There's no way that I couldn't. Next says, on Soul, we all stripping the flesh off this guy. Ha ha ha, lol, true. Can you have a feet cam on stream? I think that'd be cool. Next is Riot, laughing emoji, laughing emoji, laughing emoji, praise emoji, love from special ed class, heart emoji. This guy says, turn GIFs on, little bro. I'm guessing he turned off, because on Instagram you can comment GIFs, and a lot of them are troll-like, and I can only imagine what people were sending in here, but it looks like he turned them off. Next is, wow, I love your fursona. Welcome to the furry community. And another one, and there's so many of these, saying that they're from the IDF, or love from Tel Aviv, or saying love from Israel. It's so insane. But the last one is the best one, saying, Sheriff, did you turn into a cat for the sex appeal? What's that supposed to mean? Another thing before I end off this segment, he says that he streams full-time, but only streaming around 4 hours as full-time, the streamer, is kind of insane. I know that he does a lot of clips and stuff, but most of the time he's just getting a clip and then sending it to multiple other platforms, the same clip. So I don't really know. To me, it seems very much weird. I feel like he's probably lying about being full-time because he talked about being late to stream a time or two before. So I think he probably does have an in real life job because this is not being a full-time streamer at all, okay? But I know that, like, not every streamer streams for, like, a bunch of hours, but still. Is that the meta? Like, streaming are only around 4 hours? Because I remember streamers used to be on for a long time. I don't know, like 6 at least, you know? Yeah, maybe I'm wrong. But I've also looked at his recent performances of streams. He looks to be losing followers most days, and I don't know what it is, but he randomly has, like, max viewers of, like, 1,000 and 3.2 thousand at random points, and I don't really know why this exactly is. I really have no idea, but mainly he's not getting a lot of followers, he's losing more than he's gaining. He is, like, not topping at even 100 viewers on his average streams. So, I mean, I don't know, like, again, I don't know why some of these are bigger than others. Now you have an idea of how much he's getting, and of course, like I said here, on this chart, it is not that much. You know, there's not that many hours being streamed here. So there's, like, near 7 hours for, like, one day, and then, oh, yeah, he decided to do a little bit of overtime and get it 4 hours and 12 minutes in, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I just think this is kind of, like, weird stats to see, for sure. Definitely false stats. This is someone that has a full-time job and is doing streaming on the side. Rust era. While attempting to play different games like CSGO, Overwatch 2, and Escape from Tarkov, as well as Minecraft, which I talked about in the last segment, he also attempted to play Rust, which is probably the most godless game on Steam. Here's the clips.
Well, happy Monday, everybody. It's the Faithful Sheriff. And we're live right now on twitch.tv/TheFaithfulSheriff. And other platforms and such. But anyway, today we're going into Rust. That's right. I had never played it before, but I only had like 3 hours in it. I haven't played it in like 6-7 years, so I might as well be going in blind. Anyways, we're going to check it out and see if we could survive. It's supposed to be the survival games of survival games. Maybe we'll run across somebody and tell them about the good Lord. I could do. Everybody's welcome now, so come on and enjoy the show. Hope to see you there. God bless and Godspeed. Hopefully no one comes to harass me. You gotta be kidding me. The same guy found me again. The same guy. It's the same name. He's like, I'll pick you up. I want to have a good conversation. No, the good conversation would have been you not in my game. That would have been a great conversation. That would be great. It would have been you not being a total douchebag and stream sniping me and getting into my game. That would be the great conversation.
He ends up getting trolled, of course, not only by just random people that are trying to have a little fun on their own spare time, but actual YouTubers who mainly play Rust. I think he attempted to make it YouTuber only, where you had to have been active in the past week and all these other weird rules, and I think he deleted the tweets before as well, because I can't remember. If I can find them, I'll talk about them here. But you can actually watch these people's videos as they're already out and already uploaded, but people successfully trolled the Faithful Sheriff multiple times. This is the only recent drama or content towards him that I've actually seen in a while, because I was just scrolling YouTube one day and I found people like, I trolled the Faithful Sheriff in his Rust server. I was like, oh, really? Well, like, what's going on now? But there's a few tweets that come out of this. There's a funny clip of him blowing up a church.
He's throwing grenades at the church? What? He's literally bombing a church right now. You guys got the Faithful Sheriff to bomb a church.
Someone said in chat,
why are you desecrating
wow, bro.
Bombing a
Why are you
He responds to it saying, this was after they were griefing me by using patrol helicopter to attack my base by standing next to it. Armed, by the way. I mean, this is just Rust. Rust is just a toxic game in general. I don't know what he was thinking. But I think it's funny that he was blowing up a church. It is kind of crazy, like the people's commentary in it as well. Shout out to the guy who originally tweeted that. I love it. Like, probably another one of the funniest moments he's ever done. And it's just not even trying to be funny. He's trying to be 100% serious. The Faithful Sheriff versus Community Notes. I talked about this earlier, but he has a whole beef with community notes on Twitter. He said, apparently whoever's in charge of community noting on Twitter has found me and is a complete moron. And it got community noted saying, no one person is in charge of community notes. Community notes is an open source user driven program on Twitter. Contributors write and rate notes, which become public only if rated helpful by other people from diverse perspectives, rather than simple majority rule. And then it links to Twitch's terms of service regarding this. And yeah, he has a point, like the note does, that it's not one person. It's called community notes for a reason. Then he tries to play victim, saying all of a sudden getting community noted nonstop is actually harassment, lol. And then he gets community noted again, saying correcting information, pointing out false narratives, and adding missing context is not harassment. Community notes exist specifically to address and correct wrong information, personal misrepresentation, false narratives, and missing context, and then links the same thing again. Then he quote tweets that tweet, saying specifically targeting accounts with nonstop community noting is harassment, and then gets community noted again, saying community notes isn't targeting you. Stopping the use and spread of incorrect information is what community notes is used for. To stop being community noted, use correct and verifiable information on future posts, not theories and personal delusions. Definition of harassment. And I love this. I absolutely love this. He had a complete meltdown over this. Another tweet, by the way. This one is from like the N-word one that he got, saying these community notes are seriously the dumbest thing. Quote, streamer claims to have apologized multiple times but publicly apologized only once. Complete idiot wrote this. That posted and included another apology, so that automatically makes it multiple times. No, multiple is like, you say a couple for twice, a few for 3 or more, and then multiple for more than that. And doesn't take into account the times I verbally apologize on stream that they don't know about. He tweets another time saying, funny how these idiots doing all these community notes won't put notes on any of those SuperMega posts that falsely claim I commissioned X-rated material from them. Community note said, the Faithful Sheriff cease and desist letter to SuperMega says they sent a DMs requesting a meme and a photo of his penis, contradicting the claim of never contacting them. And the Faithful Sheriff says 100% proof community notes is being. This is 1,000% false information. I never contacted SuperMega, and it's obvious that the post was satire and a joke. SuperMega is lying. If that's the case, then why are you threatening to sue them? You said you were taking legal action once you got the money. So you just contradicted yourself here, and you should be banned from all platforms since you're going to try to abuse the power of the law. And if you did not know, you get paid on Twitter if you're verified. You have to hit certain, like, criteria, but he's definitely hit those at this point just due to being controversial alone. You have to be verified. You have to get a certain number of impressions or views in a month span, I'm pretty sure is what it is, and then you start getting paid after the fact. And my theory on this is the main reason he spazzes out over this, getting community noted that is because you don't get paid for community noted tweets. Keemstar talked about this on Lolcow Live forever ago, back whenever I actually watched a little bit of it. And he got mad because, you know, even if you added context to tweets, you would still not get paid for them. And that's probably why he's spazzing out the most. Because these type of tweets are the only things that really get a lot of interaction. Some of his clips get like a few thousand views. But, you know, like I said earlier, only a few likes. I think that's the main reason why he's spazzing out. And I pointed this out during one of his Rust, like, oh, you get the Rust rule criteria thing. And, yeah. But, I mean, he probably will never truly admit that. But I would definitely like to confront him on that. Maybe I'll email him. Maybe that'd be interesting. What if I could get an interview with the Faithful Sheriff? Can y'all drop questions? If I ever do get an interview with someone, I'll make sure to do, like, a community post where I'll ask you all, hey, what question should I ask? Also make up some of my own, of course, and everything else. But very interesting to think that a Faithful Sheriff interview is more possible than a lot of other ones that I've reached out for, weirdly enough. Let me know your all's questions for the Faithful Sheriff in the comments down below. Character change. Since my last video, the bullying worked and he ended up changing his character twice. You could probably see it in some of the clips and screenshots and some of the tweets I read as well, but I want to save the best for last. Other than, of course, some other things as well. He made his Peanut character more anime-like, and there was multiple tweets leading up to this, saying tomorrow 3 p.m. Eastern only on Twitch, a new arc begins, which I don't remember if this is the anime arc or the character after this. But he tweets out saying, I'm so kawaii, and of course you could also see that the new arc tweet has AI in it. You know, he's just that lazy. Next is a tweet saying, I'm so kawaii from April 25th, and it gets community notice saying, the image shown is likely AI generated despite the user claiming it has been made by an artist. He quote tweets it saying, the VTuber model is not AI, the background is. I never claimed the background was from the artist, I said the VTuber model was. And I think he mainly did this. He has like a clip explaining why, and here's that.
I tell you what inspired this. You guys want to hear what inspired this? I was going to collab with a streamer, and this streamer was a Christian streamer, and she was a VTuber. And I was going to collab with her, and I thought, hey, how quickly can I get this model? Like I came up with a concept. I was like, I want this model. How quickly can I get this model so that when we collab, I can be a VTuber too, like an anime version? And she go like, can I get this in a couple days? And she was like, no, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Like, no. And she told me the whole process and how much and all that, and I was like, wow. So I then got inspired, and I was like, I'm gonna do this, and yeah. Anyways, let's witness. Hi, how are you doing today?
You actually the faithful sheriff? Bro, didn't you used to be DrWitnesser?
That used to be me in a past life. Now I'm the faithful sheriff.
Bro, I was just watching TikTok clips. That's crazy. Are you streaming?
Yeah.
Oh.
Per usual.
On what?
Twitch. I got partnered on Friday. It's my partner celebration stream.
Ooh, I might have to tune in real quick. Drop a follow or something.
The old one looked so much better. I have to disagree. I'll have to disagree. This one's so much smoother. It looks way cooler. High definition. Like, we're talking 8K. I mean, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. Way cooler than that other model. And my mustache didn't even move on that other model. Did you know that? Can't do this. Can't do that. Can't do this. Yep. Can't do this on the other model. Can't do that. Nope. Can't do this. Howdy there, partner. You should start the Rust server back up. I'll help you manage it. I don't know who you are. I have no clue who you are. Why would I trust that to someone I have no idea who you are? So if you're not listening to these people, they probably don't even know how to launch OBS. Well, I mean, Dark Biden, he can start a Rust server, and he can manage it, and I'll join it. If he does that, I'll play Rust. If he starts the server and he manages it, he gives me the IP so that nobody can stream snipe me, and sure, I'll do it.
I didn't like this one. I thought it was weird, and this is like the first time I saw the Faithful Sheriff in a minute was during his anime arc. I was like, what is going on here? Like, why'd he do this? But then he ends up changing it again. He makes a tweet saying, I've commissioned a new VTuber avatar. It won't be ready for reveal for a few months, but can go faster with your help. How does that work? You're gonna pay for like express VTuber making? Like, that sounds kind of dumb. He says, if you want to donate to get me out of the peanut life as soon as possible, here's a link. I'm still going to be the faithful sheriff, just not a peanut. I realize people are going to hate me regardless, but I see people's points about the quote copying. If it will make the majority of people feel better, then I don't mind changing my avatar. Not going to tell you what it is, but it's not a food group crying laughing emoji. P.S. Donations are not needed. It will just take longer for the reveal to happen. I still don't I kind of get it, but at the same time, I don't know, it seems very strange, a little suspicious. You can also request a cameo in a link below if you don't feel comfortable with donating straight to PayPal. So as he talks about here, he's no longer going to be a peanut, and he says this multiple times how he sees himself as copying others, like the Burnt Peanut. So I don't get his point, because he tries to say that he's not copying them. He's like, I see what you all are saying, though. That's why I feel like he plays a character sometimes, because it does not make sense what he's saying. It's very contradictory at times. But this post got community noted, saying the Faithful Sheriff continues to downplay the fact that he copied the Burnt Peanut's mannerisms, as well as made his own YouTube video explaining his goal with changing to a peanut was for, quote, exposure and a chance to collaborate with the Burnt Peanut. Despite this being in the past a controversial decision that got him some drama, he decides to repeat history, as he acts like something is medically wrong with him. He has multiple tweets saying making some life changes, and that includes no more caffeine. I think I'm going through withdrawal symptoms, not feeling too hot, taking the day off. Hopefully we'll be back tomorrow, no stream today. All these are made by AI, by the way. Then saying, still feeling under the weather, it's another day off from streaming for me. If I don't get any better, I'll have to go to the doctor. Going to the docs today. No stream, it's probably nothing. If I don't stream tomorrow, definitely Monday no matter what. And then says, well, doc thinks it's cat scratch fever. Nothing serious, should be 100% by Monday's Twitch front page stream. Looking forward to seeing you all again after this week off. Have a great weekend. Guys, this is serious. I woke up covered in fur and growing appendages. Mind blown emoji. I think this is a little more than just cat scratch fever. Sad emoji. I'm craving fish for some reason. And then he finally shows off his new VTuber model.
Hey everybody, Faithful Sheriff here. So I've decided to recommission, or start a new commission, on a new VTuber model. One that is not a peanut. I get what everybody's saying about the copying thing. And while I don't think I'm directly copying anything other than just being a peanut, I understand where everybody's coming from. So I've already commissioned it. The artist is already on it, working on it. It's not going to be a food group. It's still going to be a VTuber model. But the thing that will take longer for the new reveal to happen is the rigging. The rigging costs substantially more than the VTuber art. So if you would all like to help me reach the goal and have my new VTuber model be revealed and me get out of this peanut life, donations are not needed. I will reach the goal to pay for the rigging regardless, but it will just take longer for the reveal to happen. So if you would like to help me reach the goal sooner, you can donate by requesting a cameo, which you can click on the link in my bio to reach, or you can go directly to my X page and my pinned tweet that has my donation page directly to my PayPal and donate that way. Again, donations are not needed. It'll just take longer to reach my goal. I appreciate y'all understanding and your support, and I'm excited to move on from the copying allegations to a completely different VTuber model that's not copying anybody, as far as I know. But anyways, thanks for your understanding. You guys have a great day. I'm looking forward to the new model. Oh, hi. You're probably saying to yourself, I can't believe the Faithful Sheriff's a cat now. Well, at least nobody can call me a copycat. Get it? Copycat. Well, hey, I just wanted to let you know that tomorrow at this time, 3 p.m. Eastern time, I'll be live on Twitch at twitch.tv/TheFaithfulSheriff on Twitch's front page, no doubt. That's right. They selected me to be on the front page for tomorrow. It's awesome. And I thought it'd be dandy, just awesome, to go back to the beginning, what we started off doing, going into Fortnite and teaching everybody about the good Lord. So join me tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern time on twitch.tv/TheFaithfulSheriff. We'll have a meow-tastic time. God bless and Godspeed.
It is a cyber kitty, as he calls it in his Twitter bio. Even after changing over, he still copies people like DrDisrespect in this clip where he says, when's the collab at DrDisrespect? And here's the awful clip to go with it.
Give him the love tonight.
He still talks about the Burnt Peanut even after this, as like the Burnt Peanut was recently added into Fortnite, and he talks a little bit about it in clips and on Twitter. Here is one of the tweets. It says, Burnt Peanut Sprite buff, just talks about the buff or whatever. And he says, they did a terrible job with the eyes and mouth rolling on the floor, and he says this like another time or two. And with the new change, I wonder if he'll actually like stay relevant or anything of the sort. He's kind of used all of his cards up of trying to talk trash to other streamers, as he talked about some of the biggest ones and responded to them. The community notes drama, like all this stuff could repeat, but what is the chance of him actually like getting into another big controversy? that gets him, like, you know, in trouble of some sort. I'm very much curious about that. I wonder what you all think of this as well, because I kind of want to see him get into more drama, to be honest. But we'll talk more about this in just a moment. Content. This is kind of just like the other clips and other content he's made. I want to talk about it in a section just so you all know. Other than all the drama, he's still basically the same, getting trolled in clips.
There's no Tangia anymore. I turned it off. You guys said inappropriate stuff on it yesterday, so you get no more text-to-speech. Actually, yeah, you get no text-to-speech because people are saying inappropriate things with it. Blame the trolls for you can't have nice things because the trolls ruin everything. Okay, period. Yeah. Hey, anybody got microphones? Hello.
What's good?
Hi. How are you doing? That's great. You're a little quiet though. Oh, what the? That's so cool. This guy, really fantastic. So great. Who picked this spot to land? Huh? Who picked this spot? Why are we so late to land? By the way. Did you pick this spot, Mr. Kelly Jellyburn?
No, sir, I did not.
Okay, I'll go easy on you then. You're still really quiet, by the way. Need to reach deep down in your gut and give me a big hello. You know, put the microphone right into your grill. Wow, do you have aimbot? Jeez.
No.
I don't know. That looks pretty sus, bro.
No, I don't got no aimbot, bro.
Okay. So you're using some kind of external hardware to increase the aiming and all that, right? Yeah, bro. Okay.
Of course.
Get lasered, aimbotter. That's right.
Not aimbotting, bro. I'm on controller.
Yeah. Controller is aimbot. You got this little controller zen and all that, and oh, look at me go up and down, up and down, up and down. I'm hitting every shot.
Wired.
Hitting every shot.
Dude, what are you talking about? There was like 90% of my shots were missed.
Aimbot.
It's not my fault. I'm better than you.
Aimbot.
Have a good day.
Aimbot. Hey, user, you got a mic? Hello.
Yes, I do.
Oh, you got one. Let's go. You're a little quiet though, Sonny. You need to pick up the volume a little bit, okay?
Okay.
There you go. Yes, that's what we're talking about. We'd like to hear you loud and clear now, son.
Nice. Okay.
Now you're super quiet. What are you doing? You want me to leave? I'll leave.
No,
if you troll, I'll leave, bro. I don't need you.
That helped my heart.
Well, then put your microphone in your face. You're too quiet.
Okay.
There you go. Leave it there.
Okay. Who is sending me friend requests?
Yeah, don't accept them. Those guys are idiots. They're trolls. Do not accept them. Do you understand me? Do not accept them. It's too late, isn't it? You already did.
I accepted one.
Yeah, don't. Why? Don't. None.
I was just curious.
Why?
I was just curious.
You're a kid online. Why would you accept friend requests from a stranger? Hello?
That's how you meet friends.
No, it's how you meet nefarious people.
Why am I getting so many friend requests?
You can't be getting that many. Come on.
I am. At the start of the game, I was getting friend requests too.
They don't want to be your friend.
Know them?
No, I don't know them personally. I know who they are. Like, I know they're just trolls. Do not repeat anything they say. Do not give them credence. Do not repeat anything that they're saying.
Do you understand me? Do not repeat anything they say.
Okay.
Those guys are just a bunch of That's right. They're You guys thought I said it, didn't you? I tricked you. I didn't really say it. I have this beepy thing. Make it whenever I see. So my new soundboard. That's my new thing. Tricked ya.
Chuddy.
Hey, don't be calling me Chuddy.
No,
that's not nice.
No.
You're a
No, I was reading your chicken's name.
Daddy.
Oh, no gun. 119?
37? Oh, there's two people that land right here. That's fantastic. That's great. Who lands there at the gas station? Like, what the heck? I got two chasing me.
He just bleep himself? That is awesome.
I just got it today. I'm playing with it.
That is
Can't
awesome.
believe though.
Dude.
Those stupid.
Oh shit!
I just said "nit" and I put a bleep after it. I didn't really say it.
I mean, like, well, you could if you wanted to, because no one would know.
Well, my chat's going crazy. Like, you said the Y, you said the N word. I'm like, no, I didn't. It was a bleep button. I got him.
I'm scared right now.
What the dingle? Ah! Oh.
Shoot!
I forgot I was in no build. Oh.
Stay with team.
Yeah, stay with team.
Let's do it.
We'll get those.
It was a bad lining.
Time. Those sons of a. Well, no, not to with the anymore. Hey, if you get any friend invites, don't accept them. It's not me. Don't accept it. And also ignore all the other ones, okay? They're just trolls. Just ignore them.
I'm gonna do the little mini game right here.
Yep, I'm with ya. Oh, are you a fan of Nick830? Isn't that his skin he likes to use? Before he got his new one? I'm somewhat of a family-friendly streamer myself. I tell people about Jesus.
Oh, we got 21.
Nice. 27. Why is this guy doing that? That's not nice. What the heck? Where's all the...
Oh, we can do it another time, too.
Where's all the loot? Did he just screw it up on purpose? Like, what the heck? Apparently he knows a trick to screw it up, and he did it on purpose. That wasn't very nice.
Bro, shut up. You are mad annoying.
Well, are you using a voice changer?
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Why are you screwing it up for everybody, bro? Alright, well, we get to mute this guy and report him. That's cool. Mute voice, report. Hey, Crucy, I advise you block that guy. He's nothing but trouble. Like, mute him and block him. He's an agent of...
his friend.
No, I know. I'm saying you should mute him and block him because his name is Zivik. He's obviously a troll and an agent of Satan. People who act like that have a heart of Satan and not a heart of Christ. And it's best to just block them and ignore them. Because, you know...
Are you a pastor at a church or something?
Nope, I'm just a missionary in games. You know what I mean? Like, I go into games and I tell people about Jesus. I'm an esports missionary. Yeah, I'm just a normal guy, but I like to spread a word of Jesus around video games. You know, I feel like video games need a little bit more Jesus. You know what I mean? You know all about Jesus, like how he died for our sins and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Why use your Twitch Prime on somebody? Oh, because subscribers can talk immediately. That's why. He wasted his Twitch Prime on me just to talk smack. Free money, I know. Can you believe that? People actually subscribe to talk smack. That's crazy. Got some kind of motion there, I guess, huh? Does it not bother you that people are literally willing to pay you money to insult you? No, I laugh at it. I think it's hilarious. I take their money, I pay my bills with it, I feed my family. Doesn't bother me at all. I think they're idiots. Who donates to people they hate? That's actually, they are psychotic. They have a mental disorder. They do. You think about it. They have a literal mental disorder because they donate to people they hate. That's gotta be a mental disorder, doesn't it? I mean, there has to be a mental disorder. Gotta be. Maybe they get off by doing that. Like they're gooning to donating to someone they hate. That's so weird.
Talking about God and some clips and just the religion in general.
What do y'all do for a living?
Just live.
I'm a carpenter.
You just live. You're carpenter, okay, Mr. Jesus.
Yeah.
We got bogeys on me.
Oh, we got bogeys there?
Oh, there's another one right down there. Yippee-ki-yay, buddy.
You guys think of this
like y'all take care of it.
It's high noon for them boys. That's right. Oh, man.
Right, done and dusted.
Hold on, I need to fall on okay, gotcha.
Oh, yeah, make sure you wipe there, buddy. Make sure you wipe.
I don't need no wipage.
That's a skid mark, huh?
I'm good.
That sounded like a shark.
I mean, you haven't heard nothing. Oh, excuse me.
Oh, wait. There, but you gotta get some. You gotta get something in your system. Eat an apple there, buddy.
I'm good. I just had some beans a little minute ago.
Trust me, I can hear the beans.
You can hear them beans coming out loud and clear. I think I got it all out though. Now I think we're good. Don't think we're gonna have to deal with that anymore. I think we're all right.
All right, then. Alrighty.
When's the last time you read your Bible?
I'll say maybe this weekend.
This weekend, okay now.
This weekend.
You
Last
believe
weekend,
in
this weekend?
You believe in the good Lord?
Absolutely.
You believe Jesus died for his sins, he's coming back one day?
Absolutely.
We got a witness, let's go! That's awesome, amen. I do too. I like to bring a little bit of Jesus in Fortnite, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I like that. I like that message.
That's awesome. I'm glad you like it. Glad you're not a Satan worshiper, agent of the devil. Not a good thing.
There's plenty of those everywhere.
They're everywhere.
Let's drag him out.
I'm getting a little gassy. You pull this off, I'll out a big one just for you. What? Oh, Dingle, he's gonna get you. Oh, you're one shot. Don't lose.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, no. He's getting gassy on you.
It's all good there, buddy.
Oh,
no.
the struggle.
Oh, you
all
weren't
love, folks. All love, folks.
You weren't gassy enough, boy. Need to be a little more gassy. So where you from, Lefty? You got a mic or you got a job?
If I have a job, yeah, I have a job.
Yeah. Cool. And what do you do?
Work construction. I'm a scaffold builder.
Oh, neat. That's neat. How long have you been doing that?
About 5 years.
Cool. What's one piece of life advice you would give someone?
Shit, do what your younger self would want you to do.
Do what your younger self would want you to do?
Yeah.
Interesting. I would say follow Jesus. That's what I would do.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you believe in Jesus?
Sure.
Sure? You're like, yeah, sure, I believe in that. I mean, do you really? Like, do you believe he died for your sins and he's coming back one day?
Sure.
Forgive me, but saying sure like that seems like you're not so serious about it.
No, I grew up in all that, and I have my, I guess my own relationship. It might not be
well, yeah, of course.
but
We all have our own relationship with Jesus, absolutely. But we are called to turn away from sin and trust in the Lord. You know, have you done that? It's part of living the life, you know? We gotta.
Correct.
Once we come to recognize that we are sinned against the Lord and we are called to turn away from said sin, put the old man away, right? You know, have you done that? I'm not here to judge you if you haven't. I'm just making conversation here, you know?
I mean, yeah, I've definitely once in my lifetime gotten saved and asked Jesus to come in my heart, forgive me for my sins and all that cool stuff.
Well, I mean, it's not like you don't say a word and then you're saved. You know what I mean? Like, it's something that you live your whole life and then, you know, you're being saved. You don't say a phrase and boom, suddenly you're saved and then all of a sudden you stay saved no matter what you do, you know?
Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah. I'm curious because, like, I care about my fellow man. I want everybody to be saved, you know what I mean?
I get it.
Well, when's the last time you read your Bible?
A couple days ago.
Okay. At least you're reading it.
Like
There's some people that don't even read it.
I do that like Proverbs a day type of deal.
That's cool.
Just keep me refreshed and
yeah, a little bit here and
like
there is good. You know? Hey, Shay Bay, you got a microphone?
Hey, what's up?
What's up? How you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm doing meow-tastic. Are you excited for the new Fortnite season coming?
Yeah, sure.
What do you do for a living?
I'm an assistant manager at a store.
An assistant manager at a store?
Yeah.
What kind of store?
It's a smoke shop.
A smoke shop, okay. Like vape and all that?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Do you enjoy it?
Yeah, it's pretty chill.
Mind if I ask you another question?
Sure.
Do you believe in a man named Jesus?
No, I don't.
Oh. Would you like to hear about him?
No, thank you.
Ah. You ever read the Bible?
No.
Oh.
I don't plan to.
I recommend it. It's a good read. You like to read?
Sure, a little.
Okay.
Asking people about if what he does is weird, and here's that.
Hey, I got a question because I get a lot of flack. So you're a kid. I'm an adult, right? Is it like normal for kids to talk to adults in random parties in Fortnite? Or should adults like not talk to you at all because you're a kid?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, I mean, your parents gave you permission to talk to like people in Fortnite, right? I mean, they know you. Okay, all right. So it's normal.
Yeah, cause I'm friends with the mom, and she's very nice to me.
With a mom? Oh, you have a friend on Fortnite who's a mom, and she's on your friends list, and you guys play Fortnite together sometimes?
Yeah, she's my best friend, and I'll be playing with her husband and her at the same time.
Okay. So it's normal. It's normal. You meet friends that are adults on games, and you play with them, and everything's cool. Okay.
Yeah, as long as they're not, freaks and.
Yeah. There's weirdos out there, trust me. Yeah, I was talking to my wife. I was like, why do people think it's so weird for like adults to talk to kids? Like, back like 200 years ago, you walking down the street and some little kid says, hi, and am I gonna just ignore them and like face palm them? Or am I gonna like, oh, how you doing, sonny? Like, you know what I mean? Like, can we be sociable as human beings? Like, can we not be creepy? Like, it's not creepy for a human being who's an adult to talk to a kid. Like, it's not creepy, it's not weird, it's normal human social behavior. People are just dumb. I think that's the problem. I think humans are getting dumber and dumber like every year. Honestly, I think that's the problem. Don't you agree? AI is making people dumber too, you're right.
Overall, still hasn't really changed, and I don't think he ever really will change much at all. The farting stuff is kind of new, and I hope that stops as soon as possible. Because he never really responded. He's responded a couple times, to be fair, but a lot of people probably, are definitely questioning this. And I also wonder if, the change to a cat is copying someone else as well. I'm not exactly sure. There's also two other weird moments I wanted to talk about before ending off this segment, which is, one, his character has feet, like his cat character, which I mean, in a way makes sense, but at the same time, it's now questionable if he's also into feet. He also talked about how he's into older women. I don't know how much older than him he's talking about. I don't know how much older his wife is than him. I think maybe a few years if he ever said. But I do want to like show a picture of like the full body of it. It's just very strange. That's why people are asking for a foot cam, and he might play into this later. There's a bit more to add on to the outro of this video as well whenever we get closer to that. So I'm not kidding, like it'll tell you a bit more about the next video about the Faithful Sheriff, kind of like a preview. But I wanted to call out that and this other weird clip from like the anime game that he was playing. And here they are, and then we'll go on to the next segment. Thank you.
Oh, cherry blossoms, cherry blossoms. See, this dude should ask her out on a date. And that's not going to happen in the anime though. And it never happens. Like, yo, hey there, I like your cat ears. Your hair reminds me of the summer sky, the crisp blue sun. Your smell is like the cherry blossoms on my nose right as we speak. Would you care to get some coffee with me? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'd be macking that up if I was him. Now, I'm just saying, like, anime should be more, like, do more datey stuff. That's what I'm getting at. You missed the conversation earlier about how animes never do that. The wife's like, okay, bye-bye now. I promise that's what the context was. I promise that's what the context was. I'll be sure to romance you anime style. I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to think of what they would do in Japan, you know? What would Jap, you know? How do you rizz up an anime girl with cat ears and blue hair? Just I'm trying to make it up as I go.
What's next? Chudster talks about the future and what content he will be making. He talked about how he bought a Quran to read and figure out the problems in it and stuff to like basically debunk or argue about.
Sheriff, I restricted my son's access to Fortnite because some heathen online told him about the Prophet Muhammad. My son should only know and love the Lord our Savior. Well, there's nothing, I agree, but there's nothing wrong with knowing about the other stuff, so you have the ammunition to be a proper witness to the Lord. You know what I mean? Like, being able, like I myself have a Quran and I'm reading it. I have read it. I'm not reading it currently, but my plan was to read the whole thing just so I know what's in it and I can bring up a defense against it or offensive against it. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I agree. You know, I'm a Christian. I believe that the Lord is God and that there's only one way to heaven. You know what I mean? Hey, what's up, Tiddler? Do you got a microphone? Let's go over here to Rippletide. How about that? You got a microphone, Tiddler? Yeah, I would agree with you, Falutia. That's not cool. I mean, everybody deserves death because of our sin against the Lord, but the truth in which we are all sentenced to hell because of our sin against the Lord. It doesn't mean we're going there. Our death sentence is commuted the moment we turn away from our sin and trust in the Lord. He'll forgive us. Ask for forgiveness, you know? So that's what a lot of people think, that you can tell somebody that they were sentenced to hell and then you automatically told them they're going to hell. But that's not at all. That's a little bit far from the truth. But no, we know the Lord is good. There's only one truth.
In the future, this will probably make for some good clips. This is a trend on TikTok, and some people have gotten really popular online, as it'll be Christians or whatever, or like this one Christian creator that calls out odd things that are said in the Quran, and also responds to people that, you know, maybe talk bad about Christianity and also use the Quran as like a defense. You know what I mean? This is a trend that has recently came around, or videos that get popular because, of course, a lot of interactions, a lot of mixed opinions and stuff. He has definitely seen it on his TikTok feed, I don't doubt at all, because knowing him, he at least scrolls probably a little bit. The next change is him playing the next COD that comes out later this year, and here's that.
By the way, I'm giving you guys fair warning. Like, really, really big warning, okay? Months in advance at that, okay? I'm giving you months and months and months in advance. So you cannot say, what? You're not playing Fortnite? Okay? I am playing the new Call of Duty when it comes out, all right? In October. I am playing the new Call of Duty in October. They said that they're not going to have no Nicki Minaj skins or... Hi, how you doing? 1 second. They said they're not going to have any Nicki Minaj skins or Beavis and Butthead stuff or none of that. They're going to have like strictly like warfare, army, like military type skins. Okay? So I'm going to take them to that, and I'm going to hope that that happens. And so I'll be playing the new Call of Duty in October when it comes out, all right? Who's making it? I don't know. It's Modern Warfare 4. Whoever made the Modern Warfare 3, that's who made it.
I don't know why this is a big deal for him and his audience. I think to be stuck on Fortnite is definitely a strange move that only hurts you. And I don't know if, like, the view difference between him playing Fortnite and then playing a different game, I'm pretty sure it does go down a bit, don't get me wrong. But I mean, either way, the content of the stream is still the same, not very entertaining, some of the games are slower and not as fun. Fortnite overall does not seem to be much of a big game as it used to be. It's still alive, but it's not really the most alive, you know what I mean? No one really talks about getting on Fortnite anymore. I've not heard anyone talk about Fortnite in a very long time. He'll probably try to go down a Nick 30 route that, like, is him trying to be religious in a search and destroy lobby and getting absolutely smacked for it. The stream sniping and all the clips that are going to come out of his COD era will definitely be fun, as there's not been a lot to come out from the other eras, but, I mean, if some people went on and tried to, troll him a little bit and made some videos out off of it, like how they did with Rust, they'd probably do pretty well. It would be very fun, and some clips would come out of it that I would love to watch. Like I said earlier, I don't know really what to expect from him anymore, as he's already done the back and forths, the talking trash about streamers, and it's been a little over 2 months since my last video, and everyone seemed to stop talking about him after my video, or like around the time that my video came out. Other than the Rust server. I don't really know how he'll get a big rise out of people again. Maybe if he says another big thing towards a kid, or if he adds his opinion in on a drama and ends up backfiring on him in some way, that could also be a way that he would get viewers again. We will see though. I want to see more drama out of him. Like I said earlier, I think it's entertaining. The drama and stuff in general is entertaining in ways. Other than that, he talked about politics some, and here's that clip.
Like this nation, for instance, is a nation of immigrants. The nation of immigrants. We came from across the sea. We are immigrants. The United States is built of immigrants. We don't mind immigrants. We treat immigrants with love and kindness and respect. This nation is made of immigrants. And you know, the Bible also calls for us to obey our government. So these people coming over across the border illegally, ICE rounds up, kicks them out so that they can come back legally. It has nothing to do with treating your foreigner that resides in you with love and kindness and stuff when we have millions of foreigners and immigrants in the country legally that we treat with love and kindness. But if it's the first thing you do is to break the law of the country you're going to, then you're not interested in obeying the law of that country in the first place. All you're interested in is breaking the law, coming in illegally. And the Lord says, obey the country's laws. Obey the law of your government, of the local capital of the land. So you're trying to sit there and say, oh, we should let these illegal aliens, illegal people come in here, illegally and treat them with kind and love and respect. Well, we have plenty of millions and thousands of immigrants that come in the right way that we treat with love and respect.
Faithful Chud, I love you so much.
That might be a new avenue of sorts. I had a joke here, but I would have been assassinated afterwards. But politics is an easy grift to get into, but I think that he would be like iDubbbz in a way, where no matter what side he's on, he's going to be hated either way. And of course, we know that he'd be on the right, but most of the right would not claim him. It'd be like iDubbbz, basically, but just an actual more VTuber and more religious dude. He also does seem to be political on Twitter a little bit. You know, he makes like comments towards gays and somewhat political moves that video games make. But maybe when he finishes the Quran, he'll rip it in half on stream when he's done with it. Could you imagine? That clip would go viral. I want to see him rip a Quran in half. Could you imagine? He turns off the VTuber thing for a second and just goes crazy. End. That is all I got for today, and I want to say thank you for watching this far if you already have. To give a preview of what's going to happen, because there's definitely got to be another video on the Faithful Sheriff in the future. I don't know whether it's going to be in the next month, or 2 months, or 3, whatever it may be. But he's already doing more stuff while I'm making this video, and, you know, I say this in other videos as well. If I was constantly updating a video for it to be on time, or, like, kind of more current, then I'd be stuck in like a forever loop, and I don't want to be stuck in one. I do want to say that sorry for this video taking more while to come out. That was a lot of bad English all at once. But let me know what you all think about the Faithful Sheriff and his future. I'm very much curious of how it's going to go. Like I said, political grift. But I don't know how he's going to get more of a rise out of people, but he's talking trash about more streamers. He is, I think, doing more like political stuff. And there's just a lot that's happening, so stay tuned for the next video. Which will be who knows how long from now. Till then, there's a lot to update about. Huge iDubbbz news, huge TikTok family news coming in with the next month, or whenever, like, you know, the usual rotation of those updates are, which I think will be all next week. I'm not exactly sure, and I'm sorry that it's been about a week since I've uploaded. If this video comes out on time, it'll be either a week straight, or like a week on the dot, or it'll be over that, which would be very unfortunate. You know, it's just, this video took a while to make, but I'm glad I finally got it done, because this is one of the videos I've been wanting to do for a while, which was an update on the Faithful Sheriff, and then I have some other updates on other people that I want to make, and I've been very, like, happy to make the recent videos, like the ZZZ one I really was enjoying making, because it was completely different than usual. The Ivy Volk one was also very nice to make, because it was completely different, and actually a positive video. If you like videos like these, though, on internet dramas, creeps, lolcows, maybe just, you know, the internet dramas, stuff like that, I have multiple ongoing series in the playlist section of my channel that you can go check out. Plenty of people that you may or may not know, and there's some very interesting souls over there. And then, of course, this video will be in the lolcows and creeps section. And yeah, there's like a whole section of just straggler videos, and you can go through the most recent ones as well. And yeah, it's a Daniel Larson update whenever he gets out next month or this month, I'm not sure. I just seen my homeboy DLA tweet something about some more news coming out, I think. But yeah, that'll be, of course, whenever he gets released, the day or day after. I think, oh, he's just saying something else. Okay, never mind. But yeah, more coming soon for sure. And this was the end of the Dead Rising 4 footage. I think that Dead Rising 4 was kind of overhated, I'm not gonna lie. That DLC, though, is kind of rough. The Frank Rising one, that one's kind of rough, because you're stuck with, like, mainly melee only. Like, it was a bit different. But yeah, I hope you all are doing good. Make sure to follow my Twitter's linked in the description below. Again, comment about whatever. I've asked like multiple questions, like the future of Faithful Sheriff. What's next for him? How do you think he like stays afloat? Do you think he stays afloat? How much longer do you think he has on the internet? Will he get rebanned on Twitch? It looks like he's trying to, you know, kind of press the line a little bit. But I mean, if Asmongold is still on Twitch, then I think the Faithful Sheriff will probably stay on there pretty good too. It would take a bit for him to get banned again, especially with people like Nina Lynn getting unbanned all the time, which she just got permanently banned again. I don't think I'll make a video on it. I don't think those videos did good last time. And I got other stuff to make, like these next updates and stuff like that. Again, comment any recommendations for next videos. And again, thank you all for watching. Make sure you use YouTube's mobile only hype feature. Follow my Twitter is linked in the description below. And I think that's it, right? Check out the other videos. And in the end, I'm PERK30, and keep God close.